Even Senator Natasha came through the courts,
See,
right? If you look at the senators that go through the
I
court
don't
and
know why
get
you
their
don't allow
mandate,
people speak. That's the problem. You
wait,
don't allow
calm down
people
now,
speak
calm down.
now.
Wait,
You don't allow people speak.
you keep catching words in my mouth before I finish. That's the problem. You just allow me to talk for like 30 seconds. I will just drop the mic and go and rest. So as it is, the case of obtaining results in the court, right, is not that much difficult. I mean, for other this thing that is not governorship. Reason being that for one or two weird reasons, they make it a little bit possible. Because if there are just 5 local governments or there are just 4 wards, if you're able to prove that this number of votes or this number of malpractice is what is the difference, and that is actually more than the margin the person uses to win you, the court will grant you that. There are some places, there are some members of House of Reps that won an election with just 1,000 votes, right? So if you're able to prove that the irregularities there affected up to 1,000 votes, the court will return the results. But whatever will be their
How do
judgment.
you prove in court? How do you prove an election result in court? How do you prove an election result in court?
How don't you prove it?
I contest an election with you. Are you getting me? Then in your ward, in your ward or your this thing, they change all the results. How do you prove it in court?
They change all the
Maybe
results.
I
First of
change
all,
all
you
your
have your
results.
agent.
Huh?
Wait, you have your agents, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who stood by in every polling unit,
Mm-hmm.
and you have their results,
Mm-hmm.
right? Stamped, because all the results by the agents are actually stamped in
Mm-hmm.
each of the polling booths,
Mm-hmm. Do you
and
think?
they brought all of them. Wait, calm down. And they brought all of them as evidence in the court, and
Mm-hmm.
it does not tally with, and they tally the number. It does not tally with whatever INEC announced, and there is proof that significantly that number outnumbers whatever INEC announced. Why won't the court
No,
admit
no,
it
no.
in the
Wait.
first
Excuse
place?
me. If you bring those results without the polling agents that signed those results, do you think it will fly?
Huh?
If you bring all those
You
results,
say?
if you bring those results that did not tally with INEC, and you did not carry along with the
Mm-hmm.
agents, the polling agent who signed for each of those results, do you think it will fly?
Then you bring the agents now.
No, if
How
you did
can
not
all the
bring,
agents will not be there now?
if you did, so see that you see where the problem is. Any paper that you
Then
bring,
you bring the agents now. Wait,
any
let me
paper
tell
that you
you.
bring, and you don't
Wait,
bring an
calm
agent with
down,
it.
calm down. Let me tell you. Wait. In each polling unit, in every election I've been to, sometimes PDP use 3 agents in one polling unit. They even use agents of other political party. If your own party agent is not there because it's the same result, if your own party agent is not there, YPP party agent will be there. The YPP party, there are more than 13 political parties vying for that position, right? You will get, so what happened to all those party agents? Did they all die? You bring them as witness now, if that is what is needed. I'm
No,
not saying it's the right thing, but if that is what is needed, you bring them to the court.
no, you know the charge. I don't know say
You say?
you don't the word for us. You can't come and us for the word. Huh? You are what? Hmm? You have up.
I didn't, I didn't hear what you said anyway, but that is the case.
What did you say?
That's my own thinking on that.
What did you say?
If the court mandates you to bring the
Want
party
to go
agents, you bring them now.
Want to go home? You want to go home? Yeah. Do you want to go home? Yes. You want to go home? Yes. No. You know the pass. Want to? What do you want to do? Something.
I don't know hear pharmacies. Oh.
Where the meat packet? Where is it? If you draw for that fridge.
Alfonso, I'm not sure if pharmacy is muted, Michael.
Okay. Me I don't. Okay, make a miss and yeah, more okay, everybody don't even come out. I know they see this place again. Okay, more continue now. Um, oh no, pharmacy don't stress me today. So okay, you should don't even come out now. Wow, who can see there now? Make we close the space, Abi. Checks don't go down, sir. Checks, come up now.
As registrar of JAMB, I hold myself personally responsible including for the negligence of the service provider and I unreservedly apologize for it. And the trauma it has affected Nigerians to, directly or indirectly. We have decided that all the candidates affected in the 157 centers of the 882 be contacted to retake their examinations. These candidates are to be contacted through text messages addressed to their registered phone number from tomorrow. Their email addresses, their profiles, and phone calls by JAMB. They are directed to reprint their examination slips for the rescheduled examination dates.
The day. What will happen will happen. INEC will want to do their normal drama and their normal magic. So the only thing is just that people should just come out in groups, stand their ground, and let them know that across the whole country, this will not stand. Because I'm very, very sure the people will not vote for APC. That one is sure. But APC will look for a way to find themselves at the top of the ballots. So when everybody is out and protesting across the whole nation,
But
because the
don't
last
you
time there
think
was
that
a serious protest in Nigeria, which was the NSAS that time, you will see the sentiment from the north because they were saying it is their man that is in the power, they don't want to join. But that sentiment has changed now. If there's any large protest across the country, the northern are ready to join en masse. So if we are ready that we are not afraid of the military, and we are going to damn the military, even if they bring their tanker and their trucks and gun, and we are ready to damn them, I'm very sure maybe by the end of the day, this country will scatter, we will pack it, the one that remain, we will go back to the table and go and discuss how we want to run the country. Because this present democracy we are running with 1999 constitution, it will not take us anywhere. That's the truth.
so? Don't you think that the idea that nobody will vote APC is actually overrated idea?
No, what I'm saying is people majorly, you understand? APC will have their vote. Oh. They have sentiment. At least they have, the way this thing works. The airlights have people that are working with them that share the sentiment that okay, they are workers, they are close, confident, you understand? They are groups, the organic movement they have, you understand? But however, those people they don't represent the larger majority of the Nigerians. The larger majority know they
But
don't like
one,
this government, and
there's something you should
their
also
present
know.
reality
But
is
Tina,
very,
there's
very
something you
clear
should
on that.
also know. But Tina, there's something you should also know. People's concept about your possibility of winning an election also matters. The election will be coming, right? People are sure that this guy is not their guy, right? He's not the good guy. He's not the person they want as governor, right? But when they see that this guy is they see him as the only person who, or someone who stands chance of winning, right? They easily align with him. I've met several voters like that. There was a South African who told me that time. I asked her, "Who are you going to vote?" He said, ANC. In fact, he told me ANC is going to be the winner, right? I don't want to be on the losing side, so I'm voting ANC. And also, some Americans told me that between Republican and Democrats, sorry, that there are so many people running for the election, but it's sure that Republican or Democrats will win. So if you want to vote, just vote between the two parties. So the people who don't, so um, for the fact that people are seeing APC as the people who are capable of winning, is enough to give them sometimes up to 30% of the votes that is casted. And that is the point
Now,
I don't want
you
you
don't
to
see the
rule
way
out. So for you to,
where I have problem with what you
yeah,
said
okay.
is very, very simple. That if you pick 20 Nigerians now and tell them, are you okay with your present reality? You understand? You will still see 15 people that will tell you they are not okay. Like, we can't lie about this. All of us know that we are not secured in this country. We clearly know that we are not safe. The things we used to do before,
Yeah, and
the things we used to do before
your
20
point is
years,
valid, but
we can't do it anymore.
again,
We know the government is just
I have
lying, propaganda, conditioning the mind of people,
no,
trying to let them know that, okay, you see what is
no,
happening. There's no
no. What you
option.
are
We are the
saying,
only one. You have to choose us.
no,
You're not that kind of a feeling. But at the end of the day,
no, no, what you are saying is actually very valid. But again, if you still take the Nigerians, right, like I do here many times, if you see enter conversation with them, maybe there are 30 people there, right? You ask them, maybe not one person, or maybe if there are people who support APC passionately, maybe one or two. The rest 28 mostly don't like APC, right? But if you see ask them, they will tell you that Tinubu will do second term, whether you vote him or you don't vote him. Huh? So if someone has that type of mindset that Tinubu will win whether you vote him or you don't vote him, don't you think it will be easier for that person to go to polling booth and say, since the guy will win, let me just vote him? And that's also an advantage to them. So when you think that they won't get any
okay,
votes,
see,
people don't always
now
get
let me not
fooled.
tell you, those people that feel Tinubu, they know he's not good. They know this guy is bad news. They know this
Definitely,
guy is not taking this
definitely,
country
they know it's
anywhere.
not.
However, they have this sentiment that
No,
in being realistic, you understand, with whatever power and with whatever resources he has, he can win the election. The majority of those people don't go to the polling units. They don't go to vote. They stay away from the election.
no, some of them actually go to
Do you
election
know some of
ground.
I've seen people that went to the
And
election, they just went to go and discuss this to people. When you ask them, come and
no,
vote, and they say they are not. See, you can tell me maybe they want to give them
some
30,000, 40,000 to vote. But in the right sense, I can tell you, there's still
not even thirty
more than
thousand,
50% of our voting
not even
population will not participate in that election. In fact, I can tell
not
you
even thirty
the
thousand.
turnout. Do you know the turn up in 2023? The 2027 election, we will realize low turnout of voters. I can assure you of that.
Now the turnout,
The voters turnout,
I mean,
the
is the
voters
turnout
turnout, if you
no,
compare, if INEC bring the
no,
statistic, the people that came out to vote in 2023, they will be reduced in 2027.
no, that's not actually the truth. The thing is this: it depends on the type of campaign you do, right? Because when you have that numbers, right, that 20% or that 40 people, those people are majority of them siding doing that. Some of them will still be in the polling booth and at the end decide to vote APC. Or maybe
Okay,
because of small gain.
why
You
would
don't
they
need
vote
to give them.
APC? Why? What will be their sentiment, or what is going to be
Ah,
their conviction for them to
see,
sway? They know they hold on. No. This is people that are aware that this government has failed. And they are convinced that in the next 4 years, this government will not do anything. They are not taking us anywhere. You know, the normal rhetoric about give Buhari time, give Buhari time. Buhari uses 8 years he left, even though Buhari is not worse than this one. The normal thing is they know nothing good will come out of it. So what conviction would let them go ahead and say, let me vote for him, even if they know it's not taking them anywhere. What would be the conviction? People that are
Now
from the
this
southwest,
is
I
the con.
understand their own. Omowani, you know this Omowani, Ejekoloshe, Nama people. Let him. I understand their own sentiment. It's tribal. Understand? So I want to understand. Aside from tribal or religious sentiment, what would be your conviction to say you want to sway to APC?
So, but the tribal and religious reasons are also
I know that's enough.
sometimes
That's enough good reason for anybody that doesn't want to vote before to
not
say, okay,
good.
let me vote. He was going to vote based on tribal or religious sentiment. Aside those two, what will now be your conviction to say that? Okay, even when you know that this man is not good, what would be your conviction to say you want to vote for him?
Again, the thing is this: there's this perception because some of their chieftains are there. They share some money, but not even just the money. They give the impression that if they win this side, right, they are able to attract one or two things to their side. You won't rule out that thing also. If in a case where people are not motivated to vote, right, an APC chieftain in South South, right, can convince his people in South South that see, oh,
Conv-
if you vote,
wait, wait. In this day and age, me, I will listen to one religious traditional leader. As
I
in,
mean, no, you are not everybody now. You are just one
I know, no,
person
even
now.
the people there that are suffering in the South, they will come and listen to the traditional ruler that has not secured them when they were kidnapping them. Do you see the cases?
I
Do you
mean,
see the cases in Kaduna or in Benue whereby these people have been crying? They reach their traditional leader, their community leader, no solution. These same people will not come up and come and tell you, you see, the lesser evil. Let us just try and vote for Tinubu. He will remember our region. I don't think this thing will sway that. See, Alfonso, let me tell you one
no,
thing that can play
it
out.
works.
Let me tell you one thing
Yes,
that can play out. You see,
Tina,
these people that are sitting on the
See
fence.
one thing. This is where
Alfonso, wait, hold on.
this
Let me
is
say one
where
thing.
we
Let me say one last thing before you go.
one second,
These same people, these
one
same people
second.
that are sitting on the fence, I can categorically tell you, they will not participate in the election. They won't vote. They will tell you they are not interested. See, the lack of trust in leadership of the government, the lack of trust in the process, it is so high. They are not going to
Okay,
come.
okay.
They will just sit down in their
Let
house,
me
say, when
ask
you
you.
people are done with your
Let me
rubbish, you let
ask
us
you.
know. They won't come.
Let me let me ask you. Let me ask you. In 2020, in 2015, right? Jonathan got about 300 and something thousand votes, or close to. I don't. I've forgotten the figures. And Buhari got 140 something thousand votes in Edo State, right? Or 120 something. I've forgotten the figures. But in 2019, Buhari got 220 something, 211,000, and Jonathan and Atiku got 229,000. The extra votes that APC got that make them almost get up to 47%. The first time they got about 30%, right? In 2011, 2019, they got um, about 47%. The extra votes, where did they come from? If you think that those who actually feel indifferent and all those things do not actually vote, how come the APC votes in from the whole? If you check, there's something I want you to do. Go and check the votes that Buhari got in South East and South South, right? In fact, across Nigeria, but especially South East and South South, where he lost woefully in 2019, in 2015. In these two regions where he lost woefully, and he almost did not get votes there, right? Go and check. He got more than times two of the votes he got in every single
Alfonso,
state of
you
the
know
federation, and
you know
sometimes
the
including
political
Anambra
space
State.
has changed in 2019. This is not a case of the
No,
political space
no,
is not
no,
about incumbency versus
no,
opposition.
no. No, let me
Do you know
ask
that
you,
Buhari now in 2019
Buhari,
is already in
wait,
power?
wait, wait. Buhari of
And it's a
2015,
contest between north and
Buhari
north.
of 20,
It's not
wait,
between
calm
north
down.
and south.
Buhari of 2015, and Buhari of 2019, which one is more likely to get votes from a common sense
It's
individual
2015.
in Nigeria? It's
It's
20.
no, so
That's
no,
what I'm
I'm not
telling
telling
you.
you that the
But
space,
yeah, calm down now.
Alfonso,
But this same
the space
Buhari,
has changed. Do you know why I say
but
the
this
space
same
has
Buhari
changed?
of
Because
2015.
in 2019 it was a contest between north and north. And now Buhari is controlling resources and power. So that's why I say the political space has changed. So the outcome of whatever you will see in that
No,
2019, the outcome is
that
going
is
to be
not
different
actually
compared to
supposed.
2015. In fact, in
That is not.
2019, so many local governors in APC, they even lost to PDP. So
See
many
what I'm
incumbent
saying, eh?
northern governors lost their seats in the north, because by that time there was so much infighting. There was so much disgruntled member in APC. In fact, they were killing themselves. They were even killing
It was
themselves
only
from
Zamfara state that
inside,
they lost.
and they lost most of those elections to PDP in the north. Of which me I see, Alphonso, this
Was
is
it
what me
not?
I see. Oh. If 2027 APC continue to lead and they win that election, that party they are going to implode before 2031. Do you know what I'm saying? You see all this coalition, getting governors to their side, getting some political heavyweight in their side. By the time they are done with that election, sharing of power, how power is going to be administered and shared, that's when you will now see the major problem in that party. That's when you now start seeing the
Okay.
infighting. Because what you will
Now,
see, you will not see infighting within and inside NPC. And you will not see when you start destroying
okay.
themselves from the
Now,
inside.
let's go back to the votes, right? 2019, right? Um, if Nigerians, right, are pragmatic voters, right? If you ask me, judging by Buhari's performance, he shouldn't get more votes from any place where he lost in 2015. He shouldn't get any more votes. His votes should reduce in any of those states. But if you check, in most of those states, the votes actually increased. That is what happened. I think the one of the states where he got less vote than he got the first time was actually Ondo State, where in first tenor he won it, in second tenor he lost it. So, but again, if you look at it properly, why I'm telling you this is this. For example, the political party APGA, right, fully endorsed what's it called, Goodluck Jonathan in 2015. But when it came to 2019, they rather had a presidential candidate they called General Bo, and they rigorously campaigned for APC, shouting 4 is better than 8. And many of the African chieftains they refused to actually declare their position on a election, on a presidential election. That's what I'm telling you. Interest of people actually differs in election. And for you to be able to get that numbers you want, right, you need to put enough work and
Okay.
make people
I want
kind
to
of.
ask you a question. In 2019, do you believe there were much infighting within the APC in 2019? That
In
led to the sapping
2019,
of their national chairman, which was this former governor of Edo State. You know that was they removed him from that position.
no, that was after 2019. It was in
No, they
2020.
removed him after 2019 because of what happened. There was so much infighting,
They
as in
removed they removed they
the
removed him
primary
when
they
Edo
held
State was
before that
about to.
2019. A lot of it was in shambles. You understand?
They removed him in a Edo State election. That was when they removed Adam Oshomole now.
I said they removed him from the national chairman position because of the infighting and the reason that they lost so many states in the north during that election.
No, they didn't actually lose so many states. Now, how many states did they lose? They lost Zamfara State after winning it through the courts, and they lost maybe Adamawa State. Where else did they lose?
They lost Zamfara. They lost Adamawa in what about there's another state they lost also in
They
PDP.
didn't.
Yes.
They
I'm
didn't.
not sure they didn't win
They didn't.
Taraba. They didn't win Taraba.
No, they never won Taraba at any point in
So
time.
I know they
So
lost some state that this I don't know about what do you call it? Is it Jigawa?
they didn't
Is it
actually
Jigawa
lose
they lost
because
again?
no, they didn't lose Jigawa. Now APC has been solid in Jigawa since they took over from Sule Lamido.
So all those I know what led to removing Adam Oshiomhole was because of the many issues in the primaries that led to them losing some states in the north
Well,
also.
what removed Adam Oshomole was his ward chairman
That's the
because
if you
he
want to
wanted.
remove them, that's how you remove it according to their constitution now.
Yeah, yeah, he
It's
was
not as
his
if you
battle
remove
with
it from the top.
Obaseki that.
I don't know. CBO that is stumbling down.
Yeah,
He can come up and collect the mic now. I don't know.
it was his battle with Oshomole that removed him from APC now. It was his battle with Obaseki. Then Obaseki after that left. That was when I knew he was. That was when I knew it was not because of
Obaseki was still in
what
PDP
happened
then
in.
now.
Obaseki was APC governor. He decamped to
No, I
PDP.
mean in 2019. In 2019.
Obaseki,
2019.
Obaseki was elected APC governor. It was when he wanted to run for second tenure. Oshomole was bound to actually deny him ticket. In fact, Oshomole denied him ticket by disqualifying him
So
because they said it's
this
going to be
pastor,
direct primary.
it contested under PDP. Is a Yamu.
See, in 2019, sorry, in 2016,
I think
right?
it's Ize Yamu was
Izeyamu was.
PD, Obaseki was PDP now. Ize
Wait,
Yamu was APC.
calm down now, calm down. You didn't know this thing. In 2016, right? Izeyamu was a PDP candidate. Obaseki was APC candidate. In 2020, Obaseki was the APC PDP candidate. Okay, yeah. I'm back. 1 second. What I'm saying, in 2016, right? Obaseki, although Oshomole, Obaseki and Izeyamu used to be together in
I'm
ACN,
correct. Now
right?
2020 is
But
what I'm talking about because I remember Tinubu.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Calm down
I
now,
remember
calm down.
Tinubu campaigning
wait,
for
wait now,
Ize
wait
Yamu,
now,
telling
wait
Edo
now. Let
State
me tell you. Wait,
not
wait,
to vote for
wait.
Obaseki.
Let me
I
tell you.
remember now.
Let me tell you now how it happened. Let me tell you how it happened. Obaseki was in APC, was APC candidate. Izeyamu was a PDP candidate. So is Obaseki won Izeyamu in the election as declared by INEC, right? So Obaseki was APC governor, going for second tenure in 2020, right? So in that 2020, right, what happened was that Oshomole was determined not to let Obaseki come for second tenure. The way Tinubu was determined not to let what was his name? Ambode come for second tenure. In fact, there was screening. Obaseki stayed put in APC. Oshomole already invited Izeyamu to APC, and Izeyamu was already in APC. They say it was going to be direct primaries. So Obaseki was planning everything he could. Right. But what happened was that Obaseki, Oshomole's committee or whatever APC committee disqualified Obaseki from running because they said that there is discrepancy in spelling of his name. That was what APC did. So he was disqualified for running for primaries. So he was almost partyless, right? Then he was negotiating his way through PDP to enter PDP. At that time, Gbede Ihama was the likely candidate of PDP. The guy withdrew his ambition to give, and they got waiver to make Obaseki join PDP. That was how Obaseki joined PDP. While on the other hand, after Obaseki was removed from APC, disqualified from APC, the national chairman of, the world chairman of APC in Edo North suspended, what was it called? I think truthfully Shaibu suspended Oshomole. So, and court ruled in favor of uh, that Philip Shaibu guy. So Oshomole was disqualified as national chairman at that same point. So while Obaseki became a political offer, negotiating himself through PDP, Oshomole lost his seat as APC national chairman. So the thing that happened next was that the APC guy, sorry, what is it called? The Obaseki guy got his negotiation rights and entered the PDP while they conducted the primaries by the guy, this current Yobe state governor, whatever he called himself. I mean, there's a name, caretaker, whatever. I've forgotten what they called him that time. He became the chairman somehow, and that thing that they did a direct primary that produced Izeyamu. So Izeyamu became APC governorship candidate, while Obaseki was a PDP governorship candidate. That was how the two of them switched. So originally in the last election, this guy used to belong to APC, the other guy. So the next one, that was how it happened. Yeah. Oyinka Sola, you can go on. You have your hands up.
Hi. Hi, good evening. Very fantastic conversation. I've actually been here for a while. I just on a very light note, I'm not really here for anything serious. I just wanted to say, um I think I joined in the time you were talking about the fact that the coalition would be really nice in order to get the present president, that's Ashwaj Ahmed Tinubu, out of office and, bring in either, Obi or whoever it is you think would do it right. But what really struck me was, I mean, are you trying to tell me that after all of this fantastic work that, he has actually, or this groundwork he has done, or this foundation he has laid, I would not even talk about, I wouldn't even go into, so much detail, but let's even say, okay, the current president is actually cleared. The loans that have given us headache for quite a while. If you say yes, the economy is tight right now. Yes, it's agreeable 100%. I'm not going to sound insensitive. I'm just trying to say he has laid the foundation, he has laid the groundwork for extreme success. And you're telling me that you want somebody else to come in 2027 to just kick all of that away and sit down there for, he wouldn't complete his tenure. That's just what, has made me laugh in all of these things. Okay, you don't even care whoever it is. You
Okay,
just feel
can
like
I
the
ask?
APC
Can I
government should
can I,
leave
can
the
I
office.
ask you?
Please just,
What is
you
why
could
doing
interject
the
later.
APA?
Let me just, like I said, on a
Alfonso,
very
Yeah,
light
yeah,
note,
yeah, yeah.
hold on.
it's
What is why
Friday.
do?
Alfonso, do you really
And
want to have a
what if
conversation
why
with
this
Oyin?
in 8 years that the guy is not just
Do
laying
you
the
want to have a
groundwork today?
conversation with Oyin?
Why
Wait,
not
Alfonso,
continue
hold
from
on.
Kugari's
Hold on.
fantastic work and
But
improvement?
he has
Why will you
continued
start
from
Alfonso,
Buhari's
everything
hold on.
again?
fantastic
Alfonso,
work.
hold on.
Actually,
Do you
I
want
do
to have a
not
conversation
see.
with
Wait,
Oyin, or
wait,
you just
wait,
want her to
wait, wait,
continue
wait.
gaslighting you? Just let
I
her say
didn't. I
what she
didn't
wants
get
to
No,
that,
say. Then
please.
she will leave.
let
I
us
know her very well. Let her just round up.
Who said he knows me very well?
so
Fantastic, you know me. I'm very honored. I'm really honored. Anyway, like I was saying, I mean, with all of these fantastic things going on, like we actually see right now, food prices are going down. What exactly do Nigerians really want? Are we just talking out of the fact that we just, hate the APC government here? We also talked about, because I was here when, someone said, look at the Southeast, for example, but maybe the Southeast really needs that strong APC influence, to actually run things. They have had a one party system for a very long time. They have been voting APCA for the longest, and we have seen every single thing going on, down to the insecurities, down to the fact that, I think that governors just sit down and really pocket money, and I don't really see, how they really use it. The
APC
insecurity is very,
governance
very
just sit
high.
down
So
pocket
maybe
money.
if there is a change of government, if there's a change of system, maybe it will be more progressive. I don't really know what the hate for this current president is, because if you look at all the track records of every other president that has sat down there, the major bold decisions that are to be made to ease things in years to come, we're not even looking at right now. Yes, I would not say things are not tight, things are not tough. Yes, they are. But if you look at the world globally, it's not far fetched. If we're talking of housing, if we're talking of food, if we're talking of, okay, yes, security is very poor in Nigeria, which has also improved. Last December was the first time in a very long time we have not really heard of,
Even with
you
the army
know,
base that was sacked at me.
I can't hear you.
Oh, you saw the army base. You saw
So,
the army base, army formation base that was sacked
but,
some days ago. You saw it now.
Well, I did. Like
but,
I would always say, look, if we're always holding the
wait.
central,
But
if we're always holding the center, for everything, when we have governors in charge of every single state in Nigeria, that's the funny part. It feels like now, I don't know how
you know
the
about
attention is always diverted only to the president. We don't even hold the chief of army staff responsible for anything anymore. We don't hold some bodies that actually should be active. We just, because it's a Nigerian thing, let's just hold the president every single time things go wrong. But what about the people that he placed in charge to actually do this work? It's just so much. That's why they are there. But it feels like every single time. And now you want this president to stand up in 2027 and leave for who exactly? After he has done all this, somebody else should come and take the
to be
glory for
honest
it.
with you,
You wouldn't even
to be
want that.
honest with
I'm
Only
sorry, was somebody
you
saying
can
Is she
something?
continue.
breaking or is it
Alfonso,
my
let her
network?
just round up. Like,
Tina, is it my
yeah, yeah,
network?
let her just round up. I think she still has, maybe she choose.
Malam Batisa, is it my network?
Only you can
Okay,
continue. You
can
can
I
continue.
just
You
go
can continue.
or
Eh? Did I hear Malabakisai? It's the wrong time for me to come up because I'm
Malam, let
just
her
Is
just
it my
listening
no?
to
round.
I'm
Malam, let
asking
us hear
because
her.
he was
Let her
actually
just round
the
up.
deep breath that
he
I
was
just
actually breaking from my
see. When
end.
you listen to some people, you wonder
He was
if they are
breaking.
living on
Hold
this
on now,
planet.
Malam, hold on.
I
Let her
don't know if
just round
anyone
up
just
can
now.
hear
chill,
me.
guys? Just chill
Malam,
out,
let her just
okay?
round up.
It's
Let her
Friday. I
round
don't
up.
know
No,
what kind
it's
of
not
day you're
about
having.
wrap
Just
up
chill out.
now. Wrap up. It's so painful to listen to you. Please wrap up.
Well,
Ah,
at the end of the day, it's one thing to actually have your sentiments, but you cannot just come and actually just sideline the truth. Yes, we have who
it's
we
you
actually
don't
want to see
see.
down there,
With due
but the
respect, you
truth and
don't
the
even
numbers
know.
would
I don't
always
think you are
still.
listening to yourself.
But I
This
am.
is complete crap. It's better for us
Okay,
Rock
could
to
you
be
please
empty.
point out the
What are you
crap?
talking about?
Just point. No, it's okay. Just relax, chill
This
out.
is
Just point out the
honestly, this is
crap.
not
It's
acceptable.
okay. You can actually relax.
Everything you so
Malam, please just hold it together. She will round up in 1 minute. I promise you. Let her just round up. Yeah, you understand? Then you will go and give your rebuttal. Okay.
Thank you so much, Alfonso. Or was it Tina? Well, I just came out here to say it's.
Sorry, it's Elon.
Can I keep going?
Yeah, go ahead. It's Elon Musk. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. It keeps muting me. Like I said, we if we always hold spaces, to I don't want to use the word gaslight the public. It would also be fantastic to also come out and really say in ways that the same president has actually, come out and done things, visible change. And like I said, one thing about change that you want your children to enjoy, it's not going to start happening. It has been put in place already. It just takes
So,
time for it to actually be implemented,
no,
for it to
no,
get round
wait.
down to the common man.
I want to know
And
how long
that's
before we start.
because I
Wait,
don't know
how long?
what.
Wait, calm down. How long before we start enjoying the benefit of this change? Let me know
I
some. I
think
want
we
to
have
check
even
some.
started enjoying the benefits already. I mean, how do you really
Okay, okay,
feel when
okay.
you actually have a whole lot of debt on your neck and you don't have such debts
No,
anymore?
please,
me
It
and
honestly,
doesn't
I
mean
would
wait,
anything
rather
to
have
you.
Sheyi Love. I would rather have
wait,
Now,
wait,
right
calm
now,
down. Wait, 1 second. Mona, no
we
verse.
have
One
better
second.
diplomatic
Wait,
relations. Do you guys understand? We
wait,
actually
wait.
have better
That's
diplomatic
not what
relations
I'm
than
talking about.
before
So,
because it
okay,
feels like Nigeria is more
wait,
responsible
hold
now.
on, wait now, wait. So we're already enjoying the benefits, right? Is that what you're
I'm
saying?
not. I'm not saying the entire. I'm
No,
not
no, no.
saying
Is that what
in
you're
an entire
saying?
yes,
sense.
Because
I'm saying we are
Alfonso.
seeing
Yes, we are
it.
enjoying the
We're actually
benefits.
seeing changes, and
Oyinkansola,
it's
hold on.
okay, we are
okay to
enjoying the
accept it
Oyinkansola,
benefits.
too.
just Oyinkansola, just give me a moment. Alfonso, yes, we are
Wait,
enjoying the benefits.
okay, we are enjoying the benefits. That's good. Thank
Yes.
you very much. So, secondly,
Hey, I thought that Alfonso, this is not what I would. This I will not accept this, so because these people have gone to look for reinforcement. We are going to hear more gibberish on this space. Is it
yeah,
my turn to speak?
oh,
Is it my turn to speak? Somebody
wait,
cannot just come. Somebody has just sold a bunch of, I don't even know how to categorize it. You see, the problem is that a lot of us are just completely
Calm
insensitive.
down. Malam,
Don't, no, 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 no.
calm
It's
down,
annoying.
calm
No, no,
down.
no. See, if you want to support APC, support APC.
Malam,
But don't
calm
be
down.
telling
Why,
me,
Malam,
wait
calm
now,
down.
please.
Farabale,
Let
calm
me
down.
let me express myself. You will speak. Let me express myself. If you want to support APC, I don't have any problem with that. So tell us that you are not happy about the fact that people are planning against this government, and tell us about your sentiments, and tell us about what you are personally benefiting. But you see, it is completely insensitive, and it is actually an insult on our intelligence to start painting a picture of a country that does not exist, that will never exist, and to start saying to start talking to us about the weak points of this government. You're actually using the economy is actually the weakest. If you ask Tinubu himself, he will tell you that there are some policy missteps that occurred at the early stage of his administration. If you give him another chance, he will never take those steps. That is Tinubu himself. And you come here telling us that, oh, who do you want to remove? Why do you want to remove Tinubu? Who will replace him? Anybody. I'm telling
Because
you, it
I'm
is better to
asking
leave
you, would
Aso
your guy
Rock
do
empty.
better? And tell me
So
ways he would
let
actually
me
do
give you
better
one
than
example
right
so
now.
that
Or
you
do
know
you
I know
just
what I'm
want him
saying.
to
No,
come
no,
and
can
reap
you
the
listen?
benefits that Ashiwaju has
Listen. It's
put
not just
down?
about talking. I will give you data. So
the most terrible thing that Tinubu has done. So let me tell you something. I'm actually not one of the persons that believe Tinubu is spending extraordinarily much more than every other politician. That's not why we have these problems. A lot of you don't even know that when you look at the data, the reason we have this problem, a lot of people say, oh yeah, he's spending, there's corruption. There's always been corruption. Politicians have always spent money. Yes, Tinubu is spending a bit more, but that's not why we have this
Is
problem.
it spending
The
a bit
reason we have
more? Can I please
this
give you a
problem,
little
let me tell
logic?
you,
For
you don't know.
example, if
You don't
I'm your
know.
very close
No,
friend
don't.
and I have so
Can I
much
speak?
debt on my
Please, you
neck
have
and I
speaking
come to
for a
you,
while.
I'm sorry
Let
to
me
cut
tell
you
you.
short. I just wanted to
Please,
ask
no,
you
no, no,
just
no.
this
Wait,
question.
listen. Just
In all
listen.
honesty, please.
Listen.
If
Listen.
I'm
You
your
because
friend and I come to
you
you with
keep
so much
annoying
debt
people.
attached to
When
my
you keep
neck
talking,
and
you are
I
not.
come and ask you for a
I want to
favor,
tell
are
you
you
what to
going
be
to
able
grant
to
me
say,
that favor?
so that time when you want to campaign for Tinubu, this is not how to do it. You actually annoy people the more because even people who supported Tinubu in 2023, almost all my friends have, because of
Malam.
the
She's
economic
still
policy
taking
and the
training.
insensitivities, they
Malam.
back down.
She's still taking
Well,
training
we,
from CBO. CBO is still training her. That's what is
what did you
happening.
say?
CBO is still giving her some classes on how to, understand how to defend this government.
Yeah,
So
so these
that's
people don't
she's
even know
not
how
a
to
finished
campaign.
product
It's
Even
yet.
only
if
to
you
say
are
it
not
and
going
we
to get
feel the
1,000
effect.
votes, people keep telling us that the economy that we are experiencing, that I don't know where you live. So all you need to do to debunk all your lies is to go to the next grocery store or to go to the next pharmacy. And you see that all the gibberish that people are saying about the economy does not exist. Changing numbers, rebasing figures will not help. And we're talking about our daily experience. What can be more real than that? So you should cut people some slack when you're talking about what this government has done. You can sell hope. I agree that yes, policies take time. There's lead time. When you put policies in place, it takes time. That's a point that you can give to people. That's a rat poison that people can buy. Though it might not kill them immediately, it will kill them later. You know? So for me, I think that the weakest point of this government is the economy. Honestly, it is better if things had been left the way they were under Buhari. I know a lot of people will lie. They've been telling a lot of lies about the fact that Buhari destroyed. The treasury is empty. It's all lies. Lie and lie. Go and look at NNPC. Go and look at NNPC. You know? Mele Kyari was kept for, why was Mele Kyari not sacked at the same time the CBN governor was sacked? Go and ask yourself that question. Is another not going on now of what Mele Kyari did during his tenure, which I mean significantly 2 years of that tenure was under your man Tinubu. Why was Mele Kyari kept? Some of us have some information, some things that we cannot even be saying publicly. That's why I'm passionate and it's all really, really annoying. If you know how insensitive this government, see, let me tell you something. Tinubu is a government of politicians. That's why you see no politician, including Labour Party, would ever wish for Tinubu to leave that office. Because, look, this guy has looked at all of you that, okay, look, who are the stakeholders? Who can speak for me if people want to remove me? Is literally giving money to the politicians and to the loud voices. The people who are being victimized are the people who have refused to be bribed at the expense of Nigerians. No governor, even Alex Oti, will not dare speak against Tinubu because this government is the government of politicians. It does not give a flying hoot about ordinary citizens
Or they
because
would not speak
they
on
know you
Tinubu
cannot
because
be
they
heard.
see what he is doing. Why do we always want it to be the bad
No, you
side?
are not, I don't know.
What if he realizes that it's actually a good job the president is doing?
He's not doing a good job anyway. And Malambati said, continue in 1 second. I think the man is even exhausted. He's tired. He's old. We'll retire him so that he go and rest finally. I mean, that's what he's. To be honest with you, the man is like my grandfather now. So we'll retire him so that he will go and rest and relax. That's outside all the bad things he's doing. He's actually exhausted. So and he has achieved his aim of being president. So we'll retire him. Just go and rest and relax in your own and enjoy the money I've made.
Let me wrap up now, Alfonso. Let me wrap up. In fact, I was going there. So apart from the fact that Tinubu, you are right, Tinubu deserves to rest. And you know, the problem we have is that all the ministers, they because they don't know enough and they don't have a strong hand, somebody who is sound enough to keep them under check. They are just working across purposes. That's why it looks like nobody is in charge of anything. Today, the president will talk about, okay, we buy local. Anything that will produce locally must be patronized. Tomorrow, Adelabu would go and sabotage that statement by saying electricity is too cheap, right? Because there's no coherence. Nobody is looking at the big picture. Nobody understands the big picture. Adelabu does not understand that energy is a critical component of local production. A policy that the government is seeking to promote, right? So we honestly, if you ask me, the only thing that I think Tinubu is doing well is that is playing his politics well. I'm telling you, it's creating a perception that there's no point trying to contest against him in 2027. A lot of people think he will stop at the south. He's going to the north. You see all these defections. You have not seen anything yet. And if you buy that and you go by what he's doing and you base your decision on that, you will just sit down in your house in 2027 that look, the politicians, the state has been hijacked. That's the only thing I give to him. And again, if the opposition is not careful, it will be a walkover for Tinubu in 2027. It's not going to be because he has done anything right, like we can see evidently. Judiciary, everything is just upside down. I've never heard of a UME, a jam glitch before in my life since I was born. Everything is just, it's like it's a matter of time before we're all dead. That's what's going on in this country. It doesn't look like anybody is in charge. So when you hear people, painting a picture that there's actually something special, somebody paid a loan that was due, everybody is shouting as if it was a prepayment or as if there was something special. What else could he have done? Did you want him to default? Or what else? Is that a campaign promise? I mean, honestly, PDP supporters and Labour Party supporters, even if while we have our differences, but we need to be realistic about the fact that if we keep going like this, we might not have a country again. Our borders are not properly policed. Today, insecurity is gone. Tomorrow, it resurfaces. You will hear now that inflation has come down. But I take this information, I take it to Mega Plaza and tell them to bring down their prices. Because of this information, they started laughing. Things are getting more expensive, right? Nothing is as it seems. It just feels like we're all delusional and, nothing just seems really good. And you will now come here, you are not even sober, and you are painting a completely different picture when things are actually in a negative direction. Why do you think everybody is talking about opposition, coalition? Is because people are hopeless. People are worried. Go and look at the medium-term expenditure framework. You will see that there's really nothing special about this government. This government has budget padding the way people have had it in the past. They have corruption the way we had it in the past. There's nothing special about this government. The only difference is that people are suffering more. And what people are saying is that these people should take their legs off of our necks. You are just making us to suffer and you are giving us propaganda. There's nothing is going to happen to you in the next 5 years than a couple of bridges and roads here and there and a lot of excuses. Nothing. All this sufferness is for nothing. So if Nigerians know what is good for them, I've not even started talking about democracy. I've not talked about the dictatorship tendencies of this government. It is just dangerous. This trend, if it's not taken, is capable of breaking this country apart completely. That you will not be able to piece it together again. Because we're supposed to be expanding the center. But you don't see nepotism, you see people, winner takes all mentality. If you speak too much, there's nobody, fellow smoker has not abused. Both people who were already professors before he left primary school. and people who were his colleagues, people who were more brilliant, people who were, there's nobody. Why Nonuga? Right? So this is a government of propaganda, nothing more. So honestly, I think 2027 is a serious business that everybody, you should take it as if your life depends on it. You should take it as if election never ever happen in this country again. But we have a choice. We can either decide to give up and allow these people to run us over, or take the bull by the horns and really truly take our country back. Thank you, I yield.
Okay, Tina, you are not there.
Yeah, I think it's CBO that is raising his hand, so
Okay.
nobody's stopping from talking.
So Alfonso, I've been trying to speak on this space earlier.
I can't hear
Can you?
anybody. I'm done.
Malam Batisad, are you going?
No, Malam, yeah, we can hear you. CBO, you can go ahead.
Man, they run from CBU.
Okay,
Why
Malam.
you go they run?
Malam, the last time I saw you on a space, you were talking this way and you said I should never ever talk where you talk, how you are so good and everything is bad and I'm not worthy to even talk to you. Only for 15, just within 15 minutes later, just to find out that you were just talking nonsense. And you admitted it that day. You admitted that you did not know what you were saying. So I'm only here to also tell you that just like you did that day, you are also talking nonsense today. Now, I'll recall what the discussion was in case you have forgotten. That was the
Essence
day.
of CBO's
Hold
conversation.
on.
Is it
Yes,
referring
I'm
to
referring
me?
to you. I'll recall the discussion.
Have you lost your
I have
mind?
not,
Have
there
you
are
lost, who even,
witnesses
what
now. You
even
know me,
gives
I
you the
keep.
audacity? You
Ma,
common
Mala,
cheap imbecile.
thank you very much.
Do you think it's the people who give you platform are the people I
Thank
blame?
you.
I don't
This
ever
is
want to
how,
talk to you.
okay. I
What do
don't
you
think
think
I'm
you are?
anything. You are the one.
You are
Malam,
just you are
Malam,
just a
Malam,
cheap common non-entity.
Malam.
Don't
Okay.
ever. I don't ever want to share a platform with you because you don't know what you are doing.
Okay.
What do you
All
think you are?
right. So you know what happens?
You know, you
Malam,
don't know what you are doing.
I agree with
Why?
you.
And obviously, you don't even know what
Malam,
I never recognized you. I never mentioned your
Malam,
name.
Malam,
Just a
Malam,
stupid idiot that you are.
thank you.
I don't want to engage you.
Oh,
If
okay,
you have any point,
all right.
you make your
I
point.
am not engaging
What gives you
you.
the audacity?
Oh, no problem. Thank
You
you.
are just a dumb, a numbskull,
Thank you.
nitwit.
Thank you.
Don't say thank you. I'm not here for you.
You
Have you lost your mind, or what is wrong with you?
have not lost.
What
Alfonso, you did enjoy this bass boost. I'll be made and continue.
More,
I
Alfonso,
I'm
have
not
not.
like I've been telling you now. Why I've been bring up co-host now?
So,
No,
so,
say
so,
made and
they,
continue,
I
Abby.
they do
Okay.
thing,
I'm,
but they do
I'm not
something.
going to. I'm not going to engage
is this
you,
this
and I'm not.
this stupid, this half baked idiot? What the heck?
What
Who
they
gave you?
happen now? One after the other now. Say na CBO supposed talk now. Make you CBO talk. What did they happen? I beg you. I mean no. Yeah. Malam, you
No,
just finish talking now.
no. Except you drop me. The fact that he even has the gut to be referring to me.
Why won't he? I mean, what is? I mean, I know they do
Why
all
would
this.
he even be mentioning my name? Did I?
I didn't know. I didn't hear when he mentioned your name. Anyway, so um, I didn't actually hear because I was doing something else. I beg. Is his mic? When he finishes, you can take your maybe 2 minutes to respond. But at least we have to hear what he wants to say. Thank you. Oh, yeah, CBO. Thank you.
So I'm actually in a very.
So now Elon Musk double mute. Oh. You can go ahead.
So thank you. I'm actually in a very good mood today, and that's the reason why I am going to actually. The word is not engage. The last time this man sat down and abused me and said all these strange words was the day he woke up, made posts, posted a fake website, posted fake numbers, posted fake information, and it was proven to him that he lied. He actually apologized to me that day. He did. It's recorded. He acknowledged that he made a mistake. And let me recall Alfonso's and Tina. This was when Obi made a tweet in January.
See, Alfonso, I'm not
Please,
going to take
please,
this
please.
nonsense.
Can I?
Post the evidence.
I did not,
What kind of
Oga,
nonsense?
Oga. I am not there.
Honestly,
Oga, there are
I'm not going to
witnesses
keep my
now.
mute.
Stop
I'm
going
not
back
going to
and
keep.
forth. I am
I'm
not
not going to
arguing with
mute
you.
for this idiot. For I'm not. I don't
See,
know
I
you,
am
and I
going
don't
to
want
leave.
to know you. Have you lost your mind?
I have
Is it
not lost
because we're
my
on
mind.
Twitter? What kind of?
You made a fool of
Honestly,
yourself.
the way
You made a fool of
you are just
yourself. It's not a
you
problem.
know everybody.
You cannot.
See. Let me
You
tell
are
you
not going to
something.
get. You are
People
not
will
going to
know. People will know
listen. You are
the
not going to.
idiot.
You are not. You can continue
Not the
insulting me.
actually the stupid person.
You
I
can.
did not mention
You
your
can.
name. I did not even
You can
acknowledge you.
continue
It's because
insulting me. It doesn't change the fact that you have been
is
this
a
way
little rat that
for the past.
does not
You have.
Can you guys? Hi everyone. I just came on and I'm the co-host now, so you guys have to listen to me. So please, no need to be doing this. CBO, I have you blocked. So maybe you are the troublemaker here because for me to block somebody, that means that person is really, really bad. So I don't know. Um, you calling him by name is not really nice. You calling him by name and insulting him. Some of us here, we are family men and women. That we even have people who answer to us, and to have someone insulting you like that is really not nice. You can say what you want to say without trying to bring him down or insulting him. Just talk. Don't mention him. I've been on this same space with someone who I don't agree with. He said what he wanted to say and left. You know, when I was speaking, he left. He didn't want to hear. I don't like. Don't make it personal. It's not that important. The goal is for us to move our country forward. If we cannot do that, then whatever else we are doing here does not make sense. Don't mention him by name. Don't insult him. Don't do that. It's not necessary. And he can't keep quiet. I understand him. There's no way he will keep quiet and have you talk to him like that. You don't feed him. You're not his father. You know, please just say what you want to say. Don't mention him, and let's move it along. Me, I have you blocked. Maybe you are a troublemaker because I'm very easy going. For me to block you, that means
Were you
please,
refer-
CB, go ahead. Don't mention him, please.
were you
this
just
is
referring
you are the one speaking English. These are all
were, were you just referring to me?
Yes,
Avril,
CBO. Yes, yes.
you
Please
were
don't
you just
wait to
mention
referring to
him
let me
by
me?
name.
apologize
So
to
did
you.
you
Are you a stupid
did
person?
you see?
Can you post the evidence?
So I picked up the mic here
Malam,
and I picked up the
Malam,
mic here and I don't think I've
Malam,
called anybody stupid. I don't think I've
Malam,
called anybody idiots. I don't think I'm
Malam. Please don't interrupt him. Like we have said, he shouldn't mention you. Just let him speak. And CB, whatever you want to say, say. Don't insult him. Don't talk to him. Just say what you want to say and let's move it along, please. All right. Thanks.
I take exception to that, Avril.
Well, you can't be like I said, you can't insult someone and expect them to keep quiet. There's no way you can insult him and expect him to keep quiet. And then this place is going to be rowdy and we don't do anything. Nigeria is on fire. If you
Avril,
guys
I
don't want
did
to
not
accept that.
Avril, if there's anybody that has insulted anybody here,
Is
it
this
is
boy
I
is
him.
a
was here
cow?
earlier,
Let him post
so
the evidence. He's
Avril,
a
it is
cow.
him that has been
You
really
are the
talking
one
words.
regarding
oh
him.
yes
It is him
He's
that
just
now.
a
See, we
Malam,
are back to this. Please
Malam,
now,
Malam,
guys,
Malam. Now beg, I beg you,
guys,
please let him.
please.
He won't say your name
I
again.
say you
Yeah,
Let
should
him talk
post
Malam,
the
the
please.
evidence.
evidence.
Somebody just
Malam,
lied
wait
and you
now.
want him to continue speak. What kind of
No,
nonsense is
hold
this now?
No,
Let him
on.
because
We
post the
don't
you
evidence.
are
He
understand.
said me,
actually
I begged him.
interrupting him.
You are
Just allow him go.
See, Malam, we were not there when you guys had something before, and we were not there. So there's nothing we can do about that. We like now he's not
but
going to
why
talk
will he be
about those
lying
things.
now? Why will he be lying?
Hold on now, that's not for us. This we are here now. We don't know how that happened. So please let him just speak. He shouldn't talk about that anymore. You guys can talk about this in the DM or go to each other's wall and fight it out. But here now, you guys are not doing us any favors. Especially like for me, I'm not here to banter. I really want Nigeria to work. When we are doing this, we are not helping ourselves. So I beg, I beg. I was here when he started speaking, he called you out, and that's why I said it's not fair. Nobody will keep quiet if they are called out like that. So please just let him finish. And CB, please, my brother, don't insult. If someone is insulting you, you say if you won't keep quiet. So please go ahead,
I
CB.
the reason why I'm not going to keep quiet is because I did not call anybody any name. You watched him. You said when you picked up the mic as co-host, after meeting me, the first thing you said is, I must be the bad person because, and I did not call anybody stupid. Somebody called me idiot. Somebody called me stupid. Somebody called me a bastard. Somebody called me all
Here
without me.
today,
And
here
you,
today,
were you not listening
today.
to him say it
Yeah,
now?
in fact, those were accolades. You should be happy
Were
because
you
you are
not listening
actually
to him
worse
say
Damn
than
it
it!
that.
I
now?
wasn't. I didn't
I'm
hear
telling you
him
Were
all
again,
you
you
not
that.
should be
listening to
happy
him
that I
saying it
even
now? And
called you
yet you
those
are,
No,
names
and yet you
because
are
you are
telling.
worse.
I didn't hear him say all that. I didn't. If I heard him, I would say the same thing. No, I didn't hear him say all that. Maybe I didn't. I wasn't listening at the time. So please, I apologize for that. I didn't know. Malam, if you insulted him first, you had. Let's just una beef. You guys go beef on your walls or something. Now you are not this space. Now other people want to speak. If you guys keep doing this, we don't move forward. It's pointless. We can't hear you. We can't hear him because you guys are talking over each other. The goal is for Nigeria to work. You say your piece and let's move it along. I beg. Malama, at least you are laughing. Thank you. Go ahead, CB. The
So
reason,
again, if you are,
One does
if
not
I'm
have
going to
anything to
speak,
say. He
okay.
doesn't have anything to say.
Madam, please
Move somewhere
now.
else.
I beg
It's
now.
because if he has something to say,
Malam, I
he will
beg
say it.
now.
Madam,
Malam,
please
just let
I
now.
him.
didn't mention his name. I spoke for about 15 minutes.
Madam,
Move to somebody else. He has nothing to
Hey,
me,
say.
I don't
Malam,
even want to say
It's an
names
oh,
empty
because
Kai.
skull.
I don't. Madam, please hold.
Move somewhere else.
Madam, please.
He doesn't have anything
Madam,
to
we're all
say.
Nigerians.
Okay, yeah,
Please.
let's hear him.
Please
I will
don't
keep
don't
quiet.
don't
Let's
interrupt
hear
him
him.
again, please. Oh, wow. CB, please continue.
Now, you see, there's no way somebody, I'm glad he even said it here that he spoke for 15 minutes and I just listened to him. And this was the same way he had the day Peter Obi made a statement and was talking about the North Central Development Commission. And I came up on that space. It was held by DG. And I said, the problem here was that the commission had not even been passed by law. So he cannot be criticizing something that has not been in existence. It was a development commission that was still, as at that time in January, it was still being proposed by the National Assembly. In fact, it had been proposed by the National Assembly. The bill was sent to the president. President sent it back. It had not been signed into law. And Obi made a tweet about it. And Deji hosted a space and they were talking about it. And I went up and I said, this agency, this development commission is not in existence. As of that time, it had not been in existence. It had not been created. They were just talking about it. And this, my brother here, or this man here, came out and said, oh, he's a fool. He's an idiot. He doesn't know what he's saying. He now posted a fake website, fake everything, that people came out and debunked and said, this website that you are even posting, if it is a government website, it's not going to end with .com. Showed him that government agencies usually end with .gov. Showed him evidence that you are talking about a North Central Development Commission. You cannot be having a picture of El Rufai, who is not from North Central. That was the last time I engaged him. So there's no how you sit down and call me a bastard. And he apologized when he found out that he was wrong. So after calling me a bastard, you're a fool, you don't know anything, blah, 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 I accept. But I'm not going to sit down and engage people that claim that they know more than everybody. And then in the end, you find out that they're empty. Now, having said that, Alphonso, when I wanted to speak on this space earlier, it was because of, I think, Hoodling or something that was talking, and then we went back and forth, or he went back and forth. I just wanted to point out some things because he said, "Oh, that anybody that sits down and supports Tinubu is because of the person's ethnicity or something."
Host, you must give me a right of rebuttal because this guy just told. I've never
Malam,
have
Wait.
heard this kind of
now.
thing
Please
before in
let
my
him
life.
finish now.
No, I'm just
Okay,
telling you
yes,
that
you
after
rebut,
immediately
please.
he finishes,
Okay, thank you.
it's so painful to listen to him, but I'll endure.
So if you bring down every conversation into trying to fight with people, it brings away the essence of this topic or the essence of the conversation. I did not pick up the mic because I wanted to fight anybody. I don't think it's worth a fight. I think everybody has a chance. Everybody should just express themselves the way they feel that they should express themselves. I only picked up the mic again when Kosola was talking and Alphonso, the host, said, "We're not feeling the impact, or we don't know what the gains are." Avril and Tina, I'll beg your pardon. As at this time last year, when many companies, multinationals in Nigeria, oil companies in Nigeria, many companies in the manufacturing sector were declaring losses due to FX gains or losses. We're all declaring losses. We were here. We're opening Twitter spaces. We're telling you how the Nigerian economy has gone to the dogs. When Tolerant bought Guinness, we were shouting, oh, Nigeria has failed. That's why Guinness, some people say Guinness is leaving Nigeria. Blah, blah, blah. It was space after space, talk after talk, tweet after tweet, after everywhere. And people like me kept saying, hey, listen, these are long-term plans. And you're not going to see the effect right now. Just like Onyekasola said when she was speaking. Today, these numbers are different. Today, Bua, today, Dangote, Unilever, Nestle, Nigerian banks have moved into the trillion naira profit after tax bracket. And it is not because, like I was telling somebody the other day, it is not because, oh, they devalued the naira. No. I looked at the numbers of Unilever, I looked at the numbers of Nestle. They were not talking about making more regular sales. They were talking about making more in terms of tons. They were making more in terms of tons, meaning they are producing more. So if they are producing more and they are making more money, that means that's more money for the shareholders. That means that's more money for the people that they're employing. That means that's more money for the people in their company. That means more money for the people in their stakeholders. That means more money for the people that have jobs there. More money for the families that have there. If all the cement companies in Nigeria, including the new ones that are coming up, from Lafarge to Dangote to Bua, are making profit, it means somebody is building, somebody is buying, somebody is building somewhere. If the manufacturing companies are making money, it means somebody is eating.
But why?
Does that say that
How
the
come
Nigerian,
Nigerians are poorer than they've ever been? And they are
be-
like
yeah,
Nigerians are
I,
all over the like my DM is
you,
full of people
you know, you
asking
know,
for help. It has never been like this.
it is
Avril,
relative.
Avril,
Oh,
please,
Oh God,
how long,
please.
how much more would you have to speak for
okay,
so
yeah.
that
The
we
scope for
can, we don't make
15.
it too long?
Let him speak. Let him speak. He's made like at least because me, the way we have been holding spaces on this
Avril,
Twitter. Hold on now. The way we have been holding spaces on this Twitter is you come talk and go. We don't engage each other and we don't get anywhere. So in the end, we just hold spaces so that we hold spaces and then we don't achieve anything. So let him speak. Let him
so
because
Avril,
if we
Eh, but
rush
so that I don't forget my rebuttal.
so,
You
no,
know
do
those
you
lies, I
so,
need to debunk them.
oh God.
Please.
don't be concentrating on rebuttal. Listen to him first. It's not about you forgetting your
No,
rebuttal.
somebody. I
Write
mean,
it
no, this is
down.
not
At least
fair. This
hear
is
him.
not
No,
fair.
Mr. Malam
If you don't
now.
allow me,
I will allow you. Calm down, sir. What I mean is let us hear each other. We are not enemies. We might disagree, but we are still Nigerians. Our goal is to make our country better. Don't just be concentrating on rebutting what he's saying. At least hear him first. Let us hear each other. We are fighting ourselves and our common the enemies are in France and in different places. Eh? Please let him finish. He has been speaking now.
sorry,
Hold on, 5 minutes
every
now.
point of correction. No, wait now. Point of correction. I'm not interested in what he's saying.
Okay,
I'm
then we
just
are
interested in
interested.
the
You
lies he
see,
told.
I know you are.
No,
That's
so
personal to
he told
you.
some lie. He said, I apologize to him. He
Okay,
will post the
okay,
evidence
now that's
after
personal to
on
you.
this
That's
space.
not what. That's not
Yes.
my own. That's personal to you. Just wait for him to finish, and then we'll take it from there, please. Yeah, please. CB, please continue. But Nigerians are poorer now and nothing has
So
changed.
Tina,
Hold on, one second.
Avril,
Fuel is people can't drive their cars anymore. Insecurity, people are being kidnapped, people are being like everything is not working. Everything is not working. So I
At
don't
no point,
understand in any society where the rich is
Avril,
getting richer.
at no point have I said here, at no point in these 5 minutes that I have spoken,
Yeah.
at no point here have I said, oh, Nigeria is perfect. The
No, no,
situation is
no.
perfect.
Even America
Hold
is
on,
not perfect,
hold
but
on,
at
hold
least
on, hold
the
on, hold on, hold on. Let me
people are not
hold
begging
on
for
now.
food.
Hold on now. Hold on. Don't say people are not begging for food. At no point have I said here that, oh, there's food everywhere. Nigeria is perfect. The situation is perfect. I have not said that. And there's nothing I've said that has implied it. Nothing. I only started by saying I raised up my hands when Oyikosola was talking, and Alfonso, the host, said, we are not seeing it. And I'm only giving him where he can find it if he cannot see it. I don't think I've done anything wrong by that. And I don't think there's any statement that I've made here that is false. Unlike somebody that was speaking admittedly for 15 minutes and said there has never been a time when there was a damn glitch. I just sent Alfonso's a newspaper headline in 1997 when JAMB said, and I quote, here's the newspaper headline, PM News, JAMB announced 95,000 results, Lagos candidates mostly affected. There was a glitch in 97. There was a glitch in 2006. It's not the first time. But somebody came here and said, oh, this is the first time this kind of thing is happening. It's not true. It's not true. That we know that things are bad does not make it look like that we must always make it look like our own case is the most severe and the worst.
But it is.
Avril, Avril, it's not true.
It is. Nigeria, you
Avril,
know, Nigeria,
Avril, on this,
where are you located, my brother?
Avril,
Where
Avril,
are you?
on this
Where
Twitter,
are you?
on this Twitter
CB.
spaces. Hold on.
CB, where are you located?
I mean, right now I'm in America. Yes. Why are you laughing? What's funny?
You're in America, you're telling people in Nigeria that the things are not so bad. Like seriously, do you know how hard it
Yeah.
is over there?
What have I said that is bad?
You are in
Have I said
America.
anything?
You are
Have
why
I said
you are in America and you're saying
yes? I'm
we
in
should not
America right now.
complain.
Yes.
That we
Yes,
should
I
not
did. I
complain that
don't.
Nigeria is not so bad.
You see, that's the
Okay. Oh.
problem. You see, that's the thing. Some of you just, or some people, let me not say some of you, some people just want to argue. Listen to what I'm saying. You don't have to agree with me, but listen to what I am saying. On this Twitter, I saw the campaigns of Abiola in 1993, and I loved the jingle. And what was the jingle about? No food, no light, no water. I witnessed Buhari's 2007 campaigns. I witnessed 2003 campaigns. I witnessed 2007 campaign. I witnessed 2011 campaigns. I witnessed 2015 campaigns. It was the same thing. No food, no light, no water. We are hungry. We are starving. So if you come out and say, oh, this is the first time people are hungry and people are starving, I'll disagree with you. I will. Because that was the basis of campaigning since 1993 till now. Every single campaign, I can forward these jingles to you. Like I said, the only reason why I raised up my hands was when Alphonso was talking. Everybody, when Oyinkansola was talking and exchanging with Alphonso, you can choose not to believe, and I have not said, oh, the Nigerian economy is perfect. All I'm only trying to say is, I'm beginning to see, if you're not seeing it, me, I am beginning to see light at the end of the tunnel. I am. I
But
woke up
CBO, let me ask you,
in
within
December,
the eight
in the,
years of Buhari, was he also
sorry,
has he been improving all this time, or the improvement just
so,
started 2 years ago?
no,
Because
no,
I
no,
don't
no, no, no,
understand
no.
the improvement that will
It's
happen for 10 years. I will not
so
feel it.
it's not something, Alphonsus, you know that, let me use Christian terms. There was a time when there was a time of plenty. There was a time when there was a time of plenty. When oil was trading at over $100 per barrel. How many roads? How many hospitals? How many train stations? What did we do with the money? Did we think it's never going to come to bite us? When we had so much money, how many bridges did we build? How many hospitals did we build? How many train stations did we build? Did we think that the people that we left that were poor 10 years ago, what do you think happened to them? Did they resurface and our population was increasing? Where are they now? Or you think it's not going to come and bite you in 10 years' time, your decisions you take now, good or bad? There was a time when we could have the things we are doing now. If we had done them 10, 15 years ago when there was so much money, we will not be where we are. We will not be. I'm not here coming to come and defend whether Tinubu. I'm just speaking reality.
What exactly is he doing now?
What exactly is he doing now? So all these things I'm saying does not mean anything to you.
These, you said banks are making more money. Dangote is doing this and that. What has he got to do with that?
Avril, let me just
How
quickly
many schools? How many schools has he built? Like for the common
Again,
man, like
let me just
how
correct.
many
Let
government
me
schools has hold on please. How many government schools are now what standard that the children can go now and they have computer, they have labs, they have everything is working. The police are they the police now are they still
the
harassing
more
people on are
so
police still
so
harassing
so
people on the street?
so you see
Are people still getting
CBO,
kidnapped?
CBO,
Hold on now,
before you go.
Are people still
you
getting
make this kind
Hold on,
of
kidnapped?
CBO.
conversations.
CBO, before you go on,
Avril,
what you said as regarding the banks declaring profit, their profit is main on interest income in loans, interest income in bond, and
please,
interest income in treasury bills.
please,
So
who
their
is
income
speaking?
is not
Who is
necessarily
speaking?
because hold on, it's
The
me, is the
co-host, Tina.
co-host. Their interest
Okay,
is not coming because of small and medium enterprises loan. No, the interest income they get in bond and treasury bills because they now have more liquidity to deal with. You understand?
so
So whenever
so
they
the
give it to government in local,
so
hold on. Whenever they give it to government in local borrowings, you understand?
so
They get this interest.
so
That's where they make
so
their profit and they
so
declare
the
it from.
so
You
the
can
so
check it
the
up.
so so the 20 so
So
the
it is not
so
necessarily because they have helped
hold
any
on.
SMEs in the economy. Go ahead.
I totally disagree with you. You know why?
So where are they
The,
making their interest
the
from?
20
They are gaining their
have
Please, host and co-host. It's not fair, honestly. This guy is not a guest
no,
speaker now,
I know
and you
me.
just
I
allow
know
him.
that because whatever
It's
he's
really
saying, what
difficult
I
to
just
listen
told
to
you
him.
now.
I hope
If you
He
go
will
to
round
I'm a
up now. He will
professional.
if
round
you
up
go to
now.
Nairametrics,
It's
you
difficult
already
to
there.
listen
Hold
to
on,
this
please.
guy
Two
because
minutes.
The
It's he
bank
has been
gains
speaking for
are
a
from
while.
interest income in big loans, interest income in bonds, and interest income in treasury bills. That's where they are gaining their profits from. So
so
You guys have to be
so
very
so
careful.
the 20 so the 21 bank so over 21 banks in Nigeria all made money the same way.
TBO, tell us how they make their
CPO, the
money.
fact are there, you
So
can go and
sorry,
check it
hold
up.
on. So
Tell
so
us
So
all
how they
20
make
Have
their
you
over
money.
tell us how they
so
hold on.
over 21 banks in Nigeria
You people
all made
are
their
allowing
money
this
because
guy
they were
make.
doing over 21 banks in Nigeria all made their money because they were selling treasury bills.
TBO, please point us to the direction.
Alfonso, are you there? I think Alfonso is struggling with his network. Oh. Alfonso,
What happened?
I think he's the one. I
I'm
think.
back.
Okay. Because I can see the mute. Okay, you can go ahead.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry, guys.
I
I
think
want
you
to,
check your network. Host,
Malam, sorry. CBO, tell us how banks made this money that you're talking about. We really need to know. If it is not what this Tina said, tell
Malam,
us.
Malam. If we
Yes.
keep doing that, we're not going to live here. We know he's gaslighting us, and I just don't want to. I
He's
really
not
don't.
gaslighting, he's lying.
Yeah, exactly.
Gaslighting is
See,
Okay.
different.
there's no point. Let's just move on. We know what we know as a people, so there's no need for these people to. He's in America. He's not staying in the Nigeria that is doing so well, and he's telling people. You know a lot of. I say this in both ways. A lot of people
Wait,
are not
Abri, do
involved.
you even know Manufacturing Association of Nigeria? They come and say they are declaring loss.
They don't.
Their
They are
profit
not.
is
They
not
are
from
not close to the
selling. It's
grassroots.
not from selling things, oh, because they increased the amount of whatever they are selling in product. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? So people have to pay
Yeah.
huge amounts. Government have to take huge tax.
Yeah.
That is why they are declaring the little profit they have.
People are not close
So
to the
we have this
grassroots
information.
in terms of politics, in plain politics, and also in terms of how people live every day. People are not they don't really know what people are feeling. When you are hungry, when you are full and someone is complaining of hunger, there's no urgency for you to go and make food for that person because you are full. It is when you are hungry that you are in the kitchen rushing to cook. So CB is full. He's comfortable. He has lights. He has good roads. He has childcare for his child, probably has food stamp or something, or he has a good job. So he will not feel what Nigerians are feeling. So there's so much I will take from him. Like the banks are making money. Since when has that affected the person on the street that the father is a bricklayer? Let's not do this. Malam, please rebut for 3 minutes so we can move on. I just don't have the stomach to listen to all that. I beg. Malam, 3 minutes, please. You know you said you spoke for 15 minutes before. Thank you.
You are not going to do that. I was
Anyway, I got a bit emotional. Can this guy just mute his mic? He likes to speak, and it doesn't make sense. I think he just likes to listen to himself. Mute your mic. You have been
Malam, please,
speaking.
3 minutes.
So
Let's
first,
move
the
on.
first thing yeah, moving on. But the first thing I want to say is that this guy lies a lot. I don't know why.
Avril,
So and he's
Avril,
so comfortable.
Avril, Avril. I take
Can he post
exception to
the
that. I
evidence,
was speaking, and
please?
three people interrupted
Can
me,
you
and you're
keep
telling me
Because
can
you
somebody
you
don't
else
keep
to
want to
speak.
quiet?
listen to your
Tina,
gaslighting. What
Tina,
you are saying
Tina,
does not
Tina,
make
Can you
Tina.
keep
sense.
quiet and
I take
mute your mic?
exception.
It's as if you people go and fight on your walls. So if two of you, I don't understand. If you are talking, the other one will not allow us to listen. Me personally, CB, I don't agree with you because you say a government is good and the lives of individuals, like the common man on the street, cannot just walk somewhere and get a job and feed their family. You're in America, you know how it is. A 16-year-old or 18-year-old can graduate from school and decide to go do a CNA course for 3 weeks, and they will go to a dealership, get a car, rent an apartment, and they are living their lives. They are not rich, but they are okay. They don't have to sleep with anybody for money. They don't have to beg anybody for money. You can take your car now, drive Uber, make money, and you eat. You know how the system is. So Nigerians don't have that. I don't like that gaslighting. That's why I don't want. Uh, you see what the corruption, the way they are stealing money. You know all the things that, all the nonsense that Tinubu is doing with our money, and then you are coming here to tell us, let's just no. It's not nice. It's not nice. There's no need to listen to you talk about all that. People are suffering. A man's wife died. We saw the video. You know that will not happen anywhere where lives are valued. At least they will treat that woman first. Nothing is being done. Nothing is being done. See our school, see everything. If it was going around the country, making sure that, oh, this thing, have you seen the way Nigerians speak? Have you seen Nigerians write online? Are you seeing that the education has gone down? No critical thinking. And see, guy, it's okay. Don't interrupt him. Or else, if you people keep doing this, I'll just drop the two of you. Let us move on. Please.
Because I was speaking, and
No, no,
Malam,
until I
no,
complete what I'm saying,
CB,
Pause. You
don't
are not
unmute
going
your
to do
mic
that
again.
because
until I complete what
I
I'm
let him
saying, nobody
speak.
here except I leave this
Yeah, then you
space.
want to, that's
I,
you.
Until I
I
Feel free
allowed
complete
to
him
what
do
to
I'm
that. Feel
speak.
saying.
free to do that
So
because I
you
don't
have to
even
Avril,
tell
agree
him
with
Avril,
to,
you.
except
mute his
you
mic.
are the one.
CB, if you want to leave, feel free to do that. We don't agree with you and we don't want to have that conversation. You can, me, I don't want to have that conversation with you. APC, Tinubu, they are not doing anything as far as I'm concerned. That's fine. You can leave. Malam, go ahead.
You see, the guy used time to run away because
I don't care.
he
See, can
didn't
you
let
forget
me.
about him, please? Can you even this
No, no,
Ade
no. I
that
will.
I don't know who brought
I
Ade up.
will.
Ade is
No,
one
no,
of
I
him. You will
will.
come here.
I got a
Ade,
bit.
you're not
I
going
got a
to
bit
speak on this
emotional.
space except I'm not co.
Yeah.
Ade, I don't know who brought you up. You will never speak here. Don't even bother yourself. Because all
Uh,
of you people are the
so
same.
let me.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So let me just quickly. Anyway, see, since he's gone now, let's forget him like an old tweet. But you see, intelligent APC people, we know them, and they would never. They actually people. I have friends who supported APC and still support APC.
In America,
But
telling
definitely.
Nigerians to be happy that they have
They
crumbs to
they
eat.
know they would never speak this way. If you find the intelligent ones, they will never speak in a very insensitive and myopic, manner that this guy just spoke here, because everybody knows that when you put in an effort, even if you put in a genuine effort and you don't get result, it's like a multiple choice exam. Even if you know how to do the calculations and you end up selecting the wrong option, you're as good as somebody who doesn't know anything. So, but I mean, unfortunately, we have people who just carry empty eggs up and down, half baked. They can't even reconcile within themselves. That's where you get what you get. So, I mean, I'm just going to say that, look, as long as Nigerians uh, are not feeling relieved, We thought that Tinubu's government was going to come in, since they say he's a graduate of Chicago. You know, he would. We thought that he would come in and make a difference. He actually made a difference. He
Malam, you
made a
thought
difference
that?
to the
You
worst.
thought he was going to come in and make a difference? A Tinubu will come in and make a
Honestly
difference? You
speaking,
actually
let me
believe
tell you
that?
something. Honestly speaking, but I didn't. I'm telling you, I thought that because because
That means
of
you
the when you look
supported
at the
him. You
build up,
voted for him.
the how will I? Am I mad?
Somebody that could not.
See, I was no. Hear me out. Hear me
Hold
out.
on,
Hear
hold
me
on,
out.
hold on, hold on
So
1 second. Somebody that cannot process a thought. He can't think straight. He can't
no, no,
hold
no.
a conversation for 10 minutes. So
Yes,
how?
I
What
and
were
I.
you expecting? His brain is fried.
So and I
He's
agree.
old
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
and
So
drugged
let me
up.
tell
So
you.
what were you
Let me
expecting?
tell. Let me tell you what I was expecting. I was expecting that because of politics. When politicians come in, they try to work so that they can get reelected. So honestly, I was thinking that even if Tinubu was going to, show himself, that at least he will use this first term to endear himself to Nigerians. You understand? And then when he gets reelected in 2027, he will now start to show his true colors. But I didn't know that we're dealing with something more terrible. I mean, he removed subsidy. It's the exact same way my vulcanizer will remove subsidy. You don't need any formal education to remove subsidy arbitrarily. In fact, I can remove subsidy on this space if I have the authority. That's what we're dealing with. And after I removed subsidy, we thought that something was going to be. He just put a supplementary budget in that budgeted for yacht, all kinds of exotic cars for himself and his fellow politicians. And after a short while, he awarded the Lagos Calabar Highway. Lagos Calabar Highway suddenly became a strategically important and urgent project in Nigeria. And guess who the project was awarded to? If you don't know, go and find out. Right? So you see, when people like the other guy, because I don't even want to dignify him, I don't recognize him. As far as I'm concerned, it does not exist. When they speak, you see how shallow and how unintelligent these guys are. You know the trick. The trick is remember when I spoke, I did not even acknowledge him. I did not even mention C, talk less of CBU. But they have this trick. When something hits them, they will leave the message and start attacking the messenger, hoping to distract people and change the topic so that you cannot hit them where it pains the most. The reality on ground is that this government is totally and completely anti-people, and it's not going to get better anytime soon. Even if they have the willingness, they do not have the skill. If they have the skill, they do not have the character. And if they have the character, they do not have the credibility and the trust. Nigerians, know it today. You are in trouble if you allow this government. Honestly, every day, every extra day that this government spends in power is a day lost. Right? Somebody is coming to talk about complete irrelevancies. People say they're hungry, price of goods and services are expensive. And all of a sudden, what kind of uludu is this person? You are talking about accounting profits. You are talking about the books of entities. When in practical terms, when you go and look at what they have in the books and the market sentiment, there are even differences. I'm talking about people who subscribe to all these people's shares. There are even differences, in what we call the fundamentals. Yeah, I'm going to wrap up. Yeah, I'm going to wrap up. I know, and what is going on in the market. So it's just so it's like I've swallowed. It's like I've swallowed 1 million pieces of garbage. You know, and you were engaging him. You gave him more time to just sell the rat poison. People like this shouldn't be given any platform going into 2027. They are time wasters. You miss nothing, because they learn nothing, they forget nothing. You will miss nothing by abandoning them. You don't need to speak to them because they have nothing positive to contribute. Thank you, my youth host.
Coast.
Price of eggs was one of the issues in the election in the country that he is in last November. Price of eggs. Americans went to war for price of eggs. Like things were expensive, gas was expensive. They voted out the Democrats. Trump promised them to bring down these prices, and they voted for him, amongst other things. And somebody is telling you that, oh, don't think is that it's not that bad. It's not that bad. People cannot feed. I've never seen Nigerians like this. Men that when I was growing up, people that I used to call a pa, they are calling me begging for school fees. I've never seen this before. Somebody will tell you, I ate once yesterday, I've not eaten today. I've never seen it. Some like a bottle of beer. Somebody was telling me it's 2,000 naira. Like a bottle of beer. I know beer is not a necessity or anything, but it's just crazy. The country is going to hell, and somebody is telling you that just accept it. It's good.
It's good. A bread in Nigeria is 2,000 naira, while in UK 75 pence, which is
Ha!
1 5.
Now what?
Now,
Pharmacy, please.
pharmacy, please.
Because mute, you're making me echo. Who? Malam More Green, please go ahead. I know after you.
Okay. Thank you. That was so quick. Let's start by saying that entertaining CBO was a terrible thing to do.
Malam Green, please, before you go, please help me just go ahead, shed more light for them on that bank profit that they are declaring.
Sorry, there is nothing to. I wanted him to use
Because
his hands. I,
I
I wanted
guess
him to
that
use
thing
his
is
hands.
confusing a lot of people online. Because
No, no, no,
they
no, no,
think bank
no,
is
no.
declaring profit because
Are
they
they?
are doing business with the people.
Hold on, guys. Tina, Alpha, you guys keep bringing up Ade or Mojola. He is worse than
I
CB.
didn't bring him up. Oh, I didn't
He
bring
is
him up.
worse than CB. You guys want to entertain him?
Uh,
He is worse
uh,
than CB.
I didn't bring him up.
I
I
don't
saw him
engage. I
requesting.
don't even have time for people like this because people are suffering. I don't have to. If you, I don't know. Well, go ahead.
anyway,
Go ahead, Malam.
so, so as I was saying, you see, when people come and tell you how uh, economy is good, how the policies are improving lives, but they forgot to tell you that in 2014, that we were not selling pieces of spaghetti. Many people don't
What do you mean
understand
pieces of
why.
spaghetti? I'm sorry. What do you mean pieces of spaghetti? Like strand sticks of spaghetti?
So when you bring one full spaghetti,
A
you
pack.
open it, then you start sharing it. Just one packet of spaghetti should be
Jesus is
around
Lord.
1,200. So they might share it into six. So in case if you really need to eat spaghetti and you don't have money, you can see the one of 600 naira. Just buy small and all those things and the pieces. That's what they mean, pieces. So like
Jesus.
maybe the company are yet to come up with how to convert it to sachet because basically the economy is a sachet economy. The economy is basically a sachet economy. Like imagine our ancestors that we were lower. Imagine our ancestors. Where the clothes? Let me see. Imagine our ancestors that were drinking schnapp. That bottle of schnapp that whenever you go and see a native doctor, they ask you for schnapp. You happily and gladly pay it and give it to them. Today, we have sachet schnapp in this country where, yeah. Oh, guys, hold on just 1 second. Okay. So, hello, I'm back. Sorry. So, people cannot afford to buy, what is it they call it? Food. But he will come here and tell you about bank that are making profit. How are they making the profit? I wanted him to come and explain to us how are they making the profit. Is it that something is happening in the source of that money that are profit that are making? Because it's easy people come here and tell us, oh, Tinubu's policy, how they sell all those things. They tell us, oh, Tinubu policy, it will yield the result, is a baby step of pain. You want to entertain them, entertain them. They basically are not entertain those their talk because those talk is just people knowing the truth and they keep deceiving themselves, because most of these guys, like I used to see one of them before Tinubu came into power, he was driving two cars, according to him. Oh, and then immediately Tinubu came into power, he sold the first car, and today I believe must have sold the second car, and I see him sliding in people's DM begging for this thing. But if you ask him, he will tell you that we are people in power. You know, that mindset of, I don't know what to call it, but looking at Tinubu's economic policies, I can't say anything. It is not people's driven policy. He doesn't consider the people. It is a economy, they call it plutocracy, where government in power make all the policies for the rich and the, or you can call it a bourgeoisie economy. But nobody will tell you that GDP per capita in Nigeria is worse than what we have in 1966 to 1970, when we were at war. And it has never been this bad to break this threshold. Our account is looking ugly, but they will celebrate the smallest things. They will come and tell you about banks, how they are making profit. I ask a question: is it a trickle-down economy or a trickle-up economy? What exactly propel economy of a country? Is it the bourgeoisie, who those that buy houses and make investment outside the country, or the middle class that spend the money on themselves? Do we still have middle class here? Many people you see here are owing. Many Nigerians are borrowing from one app to the other. Many Nigerians are into one debt or the other. But people will come here and start telling you about the banks that we don't know what they are doing. The banks that are into treasury bond and the treasury bill, bonds and treasury bill and all that. Banks that are into one form of trade, forex trade or the, sorry, FX trade or the other. And these are the banks that we're talking about too. Statistics have it that less than 0.5% of Nigerians earn up to 2 million. A pot of soup in Nigeria, except you want to eat without anything, shouldn't be anything less than 40, 50,000. How many people are earning this 2 million? Just check it. In a population of up to 200 million, 0.04% of Nigerians earn up to 2 million naira per month. When you ask them, they tell you, oh, it's indirect, oh, we have informal sectors. Can they interrogate our informal sectors thoroughly? I am in the port. Before, during the days of democracy, PDP, people were buying the cleanest car they can lay their hands in US. I challenge anybody to walk into port and you will see the kind of cars that Nigerians are bringing back home. Some of them are badly damaged car. It is not because Nigerians are trying to cut corners or trying to get it cheaper. It is because if they buy that car, the ones that Americans are buying, it simply means that Nigerians cannot afford those cars. So, which means that car will be in your stand forever. But before now, people could afford it. 2014, 15, my brother-in-law got a job in the bank. 1 year later, of Diamond Bank trainee, he bought a Corolla. But today, can a trainee afford a car? How much is a trainee salary? The car my brother-in-law bought that year was a Toyota Corolla. Today, A Toyota Corolla is going for, that's 2003, 2003, 2004, 2005, is going for 9 million, 10 million. So, which economy are these people talking about? Let's interrogate this thing. Which economy is improving? At least I know that I have a brother that go for people's wedding from Nigeria to UK. They Dubai. They will say, "Oh, we are going to Dubai." Today, they don't do it that way anymore. How many middle class in Nigeria today can afford to go for their friend's wedding? Before, we were doing it. You wake up in the morning, your friend is doing wedding, you pack up your things. Oh, we are coming. How many Nigerians can afford today to pay flight ticket just to go for their friend's wedding? They don't born you well. So that means there is go to school authority. That's where we check economy. We don't check economy by what the bourgeois are doing. Check economy by what the common man is doing. That is the common man economy is what we are talking about. Go to common man and ask him, how are you feeling? You will run into trouble because once you ask them, they will tell you. Go to school authority and ask them, show us your debt profile. Debt. They will see that almost all parents are owing. People are now paying their school fees like where they do a job. You start contributing whatever you get, whatever you get. Some are owing last year school fees, and every day they keep begging principal. Okay, I beg, I will pay. Just allow me time. But it's very sad. I'm rounding up. Just 1 second, please. So it's very sad that people who are not in Nigeria, people that work so hard for APC, that did all the dirty things they did for APC in 2014, got into power, junked the country, galloping to gallop to America. They are there now in America now, telling us how good the economy of Nigeria
And
is.
they did not stay in the Nigeria to enjoy the economy. I
And
don't listen to those kind
these
of people.
people were the people that staged all the protests of APC in 2013, 2014. When they won the election and they saw that these people cannot do anything good, they ran away to US.
And
They
when they it's our own fault, right? When they staged the election, sorry, when they staged protest, were they not in the front? Were they not? Did they not lead the protest? On our end, there's nobody to lead. They are waiting for
no
the
no no
people
no
to
no
do
no.
it
I'm
by
not talking.
themselves.
No,
So
I'm saying something about them that they love the country so much, but after winning the election, they left the country for US, went to US, sit in US, and after telling you that the economy is good, that you should enjoy it. If you love your country so much, come down to your country and enjoy what you are preaching to the people. I have scars to prove it. I've lived in Nigeria, I've lived in UK, and I came back to Nigeria. If you truly love your country, and finally, I will end with this. I think this thing just occurred to me. All the people that, the most of the people, not all the people, most of the people that left Nigeria within 2000 to 2009, which I fall in that category, that went to UK to do one study, one program or the other, 60% of them came back to Nigeria before this country went south. A good number of them did not stay in UK, and large because when we came back, we were even having our own meeting of Bradford University alumni in Nigeria. And we are all Nigerians. Gradually, some of us started finding their way back to UK. Oh, we need to go back. Oh, we don't trust this country. Reason APC came into power and they tabarood everything. Fuel 900. Today 900, tomorrow 1,800. They will tell you all kinds of things. They have excuse. They don't take responsibility for anything. So if you just want to engage them for entertainment. Don't engage them for serious talk. In that way, you will put them in a position where you will put them on the spot and use them for entertainment. But if it is
it's a lie. They are slicker than anything. These are they.
no 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 no
They
no
are
no no
so
no no no
slick,
no no
and
no
it's
no.
a waste of time.
No. You see,
It's a waste of time. Let's
if
move on, sir. Let's move
so,
on.
if you understand what I am saying,
I do
we-
though. Yeah.
you put them on the spot and use them for entertainment. But if it is for civil conversation, I rarely see them have those civil conversations because everything they tell you that will happen, many of them did not happen. This
There's
young man you guys entertain here, CBO
Yeah,
told
yeah, Malam, yeah. Because me, I know how to box up my emotion and hear them speak. I just laugh. I don't agree with them, but you understand. So it won't look like we don't
you
give them
know that
opportunity to
you know
talk.
that you know that it's a thing for bad politicians to put people out there to put words in people's minds. It's a thing. It's a thing in politics. Like,
Yeah,
go
yes,
out
mind
there.
condition,
Yeah,
conditioning the mind.
yeah.
Yeah.
Go out there and just speak. Just put a little thing in people's minds, and then it's in your
somebody is telling
subconscious.
CBO to go there. CBO enjoy doing that.
They there. They might be collecting money. You don't know these people.
No. I
You
can
don't
take
know. You only know yourself. You
no,
only know
no.
yourself because because
Uh,
I don't see how
my
you're not
sister,
empathetic towards your
my
own
sister,
countrymen that are suffering.
my sister,
Yeah, our country, we have so much.
my sister. You can accuse. I was here when I told CBO that is a. I told him to his DM. He's a Lamba King.
Well,
So,
let us move on
but
from the guy. He's
but
not
in
here.
moving on, I will authoritatively tell you that he's not collecting money. He's doing it for the love. Just call it sycophants.
Well, nobody can. Well, that makes it even worse. That makes
It's
it
just
even.
for
If he was
sycophants.
even
Yes,
if he was taking, because if I were in that position, like, I really, maybe someone who is really suffering, and I hear someone talking all this nonsense, it would not be fair. So if he's not even collecting money, that makes it worse, because there are people in really, really bad situations. Bad situations. There's like, the while ago, it was my birthday, and after I was done with NSPPD, my mind just said, send money to this person. I was like, why? Then I sent her money. She's my friend from school. I've been friends. Just 150K. If you see the way this woman was crying, she was crying. Her husband is sick. That the children were resuming school. She didn't know what to do. This is someone that was doing so well before. She was crying that I just don't even know what I have done. I don't know what I have saved them from. This is someone that was, before I left Nigeria, she was okay. Okay. If people can make ends meet, there's no statistics you want to come and tell me. There's no, if you can, if as a government, the people are your priority. Anything else that outside that, you are wasting your time. You are a liar and you're a wicked person. This subsidy thing could have been done right. Could have been done in a way that it would not be a pain. People, like, how can fuel be almost 1,000 naira for one liter in a country where there's actually no money. There's no place for you to go work, earn money quickly and survive. Like, everything is tight. Everything is tight. Everything is hard. I've lived there. I know how it is. How is that okay? I keep saying, if you check it, if you are not hungry and someone is complaining of hunger, you will not feel it though. You just be saying, it's only when you are hungry and the next person is hungry that you'll be in a hurry to quickly cook, if you are in the position to cook. But when you are full and other people are complaining, you don't feel it. That's what is wrong with these people. They don't know what it means to go to bed with an empty belly, and they don't have that kindness in them to be able to feel what others are feeling, even though they are not in the same position as them. It is a pity. It is a pity. Everybody, please give me a moment. Ade is itching to talk. You guys should just hear all the nonsense is going to spill now. You see that I'm not lying. Ade, go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much.
Now you, now
Well,
I was not wrong. Now that voice. Now you.
just make sure he does not take us to the tribal direction. Please, that's the
I will
one. I
remove him. Now maybe they remove him since he keeps coming back. If he just does that, me, I know him now. We are customers. Well, we will never block each other. Go ahead.
okay, thank you. I hope I can get through my submission without being interrupted.
I will interrupt you if you gaslight us. No, I don't care
Okay,
for you.
let's see how this works. Otherwise, we have to leave the room. So I've been listening for a while, and I think I heard references to someone who spoke for 15 minutes without interruption.
So if you are serious about having an actual discussion about the issues, then we can do that. Unless you want it to be like a one narrative kind of situation. I disagree with some of your talking points. The purpose of the topic of the room is uh, coalition to rescue Nigeria, and I think first and foremost we must begin. One, we have to define Nigeria appropriately, and two, we also need to admit what Nigeria's problems are. I think that across the country we have different definitions of Nigeria, and I'll tell you what I mean by that. My definition of Nigeria is the Nigeria that we all agreed to at the founding of the country to be a regional structured Nigeria where as the trajectory was for each ethnic group to govern themselves. That was where we were headed. We began with three main regions, and then there was a fourth one added, the Midwest region, because the ethnic groups in that region were asking for it. And if we had continued in that trajectory, you would have had different.
Uncle, this is it. This is how you people keep bringing us back. People come from different walks of life. They don't know each other before they'll come together. They'll start a company. They'll prosper. The corruption in the minds of people like that, the people that you have been supportive since when I knew you, is the problem. That we are different people does not. How when you are talking about division, do you know how different America is? Just the only thing that you can say is that we speak one language. That's the only thing. Do you know how different people? Do you know in my area they are Italians, they are this, they are that, but the law is the law. The law is the law. What is done is what is done. You don't go beyond that. That is our problem. The laws, some people obey it, some people don't obey it. People can steal money without any repercussion. That is our problem. It's not this regional. Okay, how do we solve the regional thing now? Who is going to sign it for us? Region, this one, you guys you keep coming to deceive us and turn our heads in the wrong direction. This thing that you're saying, how do we solve it now? No, 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 no. Who will help us? Who will help us to go this route that you're saying? How do we get that solution? This solution, this thing that you say is our problem. Now, how will we solve it now? Which National Assembly will do it for us? Which president will sign it into law? Why are you taking us to this place that is useless? Is it what they did since 19 did not date? Is it today that we want to now come and fix it for us to now have a better life? I beg, 5 minutes. Let me try and not just finish and let's move on.
Apparently, you only want people to say what you want to hear. You don't want to hear different ideas. So if you
Yes,
can
it
try to
is time
control
for
yourself,
Nigerians to come together and
can
speak
you
in one
please
voice. I
just
will mute you. It is time for Nigerians to actually come together and speak in one voice so that we can begin to face our problems and overcome our problems. It's not for us to be, yes, it's time for us to have an echo chamber. It is time for us to have an echo chamber so that we can all unite and face our problems and overcome these problems. Don't come and tell us about region and no region. Which nonsense region? How do we who will help us with that issue now? When you finish talking about it, tell us how to solve it. How we should go to the National Assembly and have them share it into regions again so that the president will sign it into law so that we can now have a solution. Don't just tell us what the problem is. Give us step-by-step solution.
I mean, if you can let me make a sentence, I would appreciate that.
Can
So
you,
guys, please mute your mics. Let me just make my submission. It's a very dangerous word when you want just one opinion. Very dangerous. This is not intellectual. This is just like an echo chamber. So please, I mean, this lady actually said she wants an echo chamber. What kind of intellectual is this? So let me make my points, and then we can I can answer your questions. So as I was saying, oh, Ero Bodo, are you trying to help me?
oh, okay. Can you?
Okay, I'll continue. All right. So I don't think we need echo chambers.
Hello,
I think we
hello.
need.
Sorry. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. Please, if I could, plead your indulgence and
Robodo, please, you can't cut him in. It doesn't make. Please.
Now, wow, you just cut everybody off and you just want to start speaking. Let him finish now.
Uh-uh.
You go after him.
So, Ade, go ahead.
Ade,
Raise your
finish.
no,
hand up,
Let him go
Robodo.
ahead. Let him speak after you.
Raise your hand up. So
no,
let
no.
Ade make his sentence.
Please,
Raise your hand up. Raise your hand. You can't barge in like that and start stopping you from talking. Mr. Ade, round up. Go ahead. Mr. Day, you can go ahead though.
Oh,
Before
okay, okay,
go
no
ahead.
problem. Yeah, my brother, with all due respect, they won't let you interrupt me. So let me just make my point. I haven't even made one sentence. They've been cutting me off. So as I was saying, right, we need echo chambers. We need intellectual exchange of ideas, right? And if you want to be like the dictator, I just wonder what kind of government that kind of ideology can produce. So as I was saying, the Nigeria that I think we can rescue, that can actually work, is a Nigeria that we all, the different ethnic groups at the front of the country, we all agreed to. The Nigeria that was functioning well, the economy was booming before the interruption of the January 1966 military coup. That coup put us into a series of military dictatorships, and we have never been the same. That Nigeria that was designed very similarly to the United Kingdom and to India and to Spain, right? Countries that have multiple ethnic groups cannot operate well under a unitary model. It's not possible because everybody is fighting for the central position of power so they can control the resources that is aggregated in the center. And if you want to hold people accountable for corruption, they'll say, "Oh, it's because I'm Yoruba, it's because I'm Igbo." That ethnic factor will continue to play a ugly role. But if we had continued that structure of Nigeria that we had at the beginning, right? Where look at the UK for example, they know that there are four different major ethnic groups in that country: Ireland, England, Scotland, and Wales. Four different groups. They operate an ethno-regional model where each ethnic group governs their ancestral lands. They operate a confederacy. So they can now meet in the center and have, they are on the base of certain things that they have mutual interest upon. But it's very cleanly organized. And that was the trajectory and the model that Nigeria was operating in the beginning. We had different regions, and the western region being homogeneous Yoruba, right, and other regions, and the north being homogeneous by united by Islam, and the other regions were being carved out gradually as time went on because you can't have all these regions at the same time in the beginning. The Midwest said we are not Yoruba, I want our own region. No problem. They had a referendum and it was created. Other regions would have been created gradually over time. In the end, Nigeria was on a trajectory of being a European Union in the Niger area, where each ethnic group governs themselves, they operate their economy, there is local accountability, and you can't play the ethnic card when they're trying to hold you accountable. Every time there's an issue, the ethnic card comes up. This jump issue happened right now. People are already playing the ethnic card. Whenever I want accountability, they say it's because I'm Igbo or because I'm Yoruba, because I'm Hausa. Whenever, and we are taking the presidency, right? But imagine if in your region, those who are administering your exams, who are governing your police, your regulatory authorities, your judges, they are all from your region, they are all your own people. If they
Okay,
want
we
to
get the
hold you,
point. How do we,
if they want to
in your
hold you,
opinion, we have heard now, Mr. Ade.
Abba,
How do we
relax
get there
now.
now? No, how do we get
I'll get
what
there
is
when I'm
the
ready. Let me make my
no, you
submission
don't
now.
have all the time. We don't have all the time. And go ahead. How do we get to that point now? What's
No,
the
Allah.
solution?
So I have rapports to make. I'll get to that part later. So now, that way we
You
cannot
have
play the
3 minutes
ethic.
more.
No problem. That way we cannot play the ethic card against accountability, right? Power is local and everything is organized according as it should be. That was what worked. Now we are trying to force a system that doesn't work. Those who want to insist on forcing this system that's not working, they see a benefit that the rest of us are not even getting. It's a decoy. Because and they are the same with the people that are trying to have an indigenous thing that everybody is the same indigenous across the country. It's ridiculous. Now, let's admit what the problems are. The structure is the problem. If we reorganize the country and we restructure it accordingly, like it was supposed to be, we eliminate a majority of our problem. No more ethnic clashes; they are minimized. Corruption and accountability would be higher than corruption because you cannot play the ethnic card to block yourself against corruption, etc., against accountability. Now, if you let's talk about the economy under Tinubu. People are saying that the economy is bad, it's bad.
No, you cannot just move on to economy on that thing. But that thing you said now, how do we achieve it? Don't That's the thing, because you don't come and tell us what the problem. How do we achieve that thing now? How do we
I
go to that
told you that
regional this thing?
I will.
Go ahead.
You are too power hungry. I said I'll just wait later. So let me finish my other points. Okay, just be patient. So this
Two
issue.
But
minutes more.
guy, you have been gaslighting us. We cannot
I
be
just
listening to your
tired.
gaslighting now, guy. I beg.
How is giving you ideas gaslighting you? I said
You are not giving
regional
us any
structure is
meaningful.
better.
Tell us the idea that you brought
Ebu,
now.
We asked you
Now,
for
Ebu,
a
wow.
vision, you refused, and you're
Ebu.
telling us that
See, Ade, see, you cannot just move from what you have. You have told us the problem. You have to tell us how do we solve it. How do we get that regional this thing, and with the situation we are in? How do we get to that point now? Please don't just move on to another economy about Tinubu. You brought up an issue. Finish it. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I said I will address it in a minute. Can't you wait a minute? We are adults
Because
now,
we
so
have
give
to
me a
move on. You
second.
have been speaking
So
for a while. Your
my
time
other
is
point I
up.
want to make, I
I
will
said you
address
will
the
wait
point. You let somebody speak for 15 minutes, but I've only been for 5 minutes and been
because
interrupted. Ah,
because the space was not like this at that time. They were just
you,
speaking amongst themselves. They were not a lot of people want to speak. So there's nobody that's going to do 15 minutes
I,
anymore.
I, I understand all the excuses. So I want to make one more point and answer your question. So the issue about the economy is this, right? We all know that the fuel subsidy removal was unanimous. Every candidate said it's going to be removed because there's a lot of fraud involved in it. Now that Tinubu has done it, they say the way he did it wasn't bad, etc.
That's
Okay.
not true. That's not true.
Well,
But
you
go
can address
ahead.
me later now. Let me land. Now you'll be watching
but
me.
chief, in all the first subsidy that you guys have removed, where is the money? What have you done with the money that you
You
have
can
removed?
raise all
I
these
beg,
issues after I
I don't
finish,
know these
after I
things. I
land.
beg,
Now
guys.
relax.
Nobody's going
They're
to
no
be
kids that
raising
laugh.
issues to not make
Now
you look like
wow.
a guest speaker. Nobody will not be raising issues for you to answer.
Now
When you finish
wow.
speaking, you will be going.
Now wow. Okay. The dollar and the Nigeria is an import economy, right? We purchase most of our items through the international currency of the dollar, which means that when Buhari was in office, he was artificially floating the naira against the dollar, even borrowing. The foreign reserves were empty. Tinubu came, and here's the thing: you cannot sustain that policy forever. Borrowing to maintain a dollar
Chief,
at a level
that's another
to,
lie.
to, to maintain.
Buhari
Let me
borrowed
finish.
58.
Let me finish the
Guys,
point before
I
you go
don't.
respond.
I beg.
Chai.
Hey, man, this kind of lies. I
So,
beg,
so,
it's too
so,
much.
so the Buhari was borrowing money to maintain the naira at a particular level, and we did not feel the true value of the naira at the time. At the time, you can't sustain it forever; it's going to crash. Now, Tinubu came and said, "Listen, we have to make hard decisions. We can't keep borrowing billions of dollars to float a naira to have an artificial value in the country." And he said he stopped floating in the naira, right? That's the reason why things became more expensive because the naira sank to its organic level, not an artificial level that's been floated. That's why things are expensive. Now, if you are telling me that you don't like what he did, what you are saying is that you want the house to continue the policy of Buhari so that future generations can come and suffer worse than we are struggling right now. At some point, if you decide to achieve something, it will cost you a sacrifice. The question to you is this: do you want us to make tough decisions today based on mistakes of the past to correct those mistakes of the past, or do you want us to continue these old policies and let future children generations come and bear the price? So if you tell me that what politician would do opposite of what Tinubu is doing, would Peter Obi or Atiku get there or whomever get there and say, let's keep borrowing money from future generations to float the naira? They won't tell you these things.
Thank you, Mr. Ade. Thanks. Yeah, thanks. Mr. This one that you are saying, any if a responsible person is there, all the money they remove from subsidy, all the waste, all the yacht, all the this and this that he's doing, all the money is going missing, all the resources that they are selling, natural resources that they are selling, that they are stealing the money, they will keep all those money and do something meaningful with it. Don't gaslight us with all this nonsense. Thank you, Mr. Ade. God bless you. Malam, sorry. Where is my
Avery,
Tisha? Please go ahead.
yes, I wanted
I
to
know
say
him.
something.
I
It's
don't have
unfair.
time for
It's
him. Go
unfair.
ahead,
We are
Tisha.
supposed to be asking these people
April,
question, even if
let me just
I
say
mean,
something for 1 second. So you see, the problem is that you know
Please don't address him. He's not a guest speaker here. He's not going to come and start answering questions up and down as if this space is. So this is what they do. Don't address him. Just speak and let's move on from him. They know what they are doing. He's hoping that he will cause confusion here. They will not start asking him questions one by one, one by one. Nigerians need to be angry and to move on from this nonsense. Any politician that is not making your life better is there's nothing anybody should tell you. Nothing anybody should tell you. If they are not waking up every day thinking of how to make your life easier, they are bad people, regardless of what Ade or CB or anybody says. So please don't address this guy. I've been dealing with him for years now, so I know him. Just speak, say your own piece, and let's move on from him. Thank you.
What are you
No, I'm
afraid of?
not addressing. No, no, no. Wait, wait.
What are you afraid
See,
of?
Mr. Ade, can you?
I'm not afraid of you, Ade. I don't care for you. I know what you are doing, and I will not allow you do it. The thing that
You
is
are
your
afraid.
nemesis.
Let's have a discussion.
The thing that is your nemesis here, that I am in charge of. I'm with my brother here. I'm in charge of this space. So next, in someone else's space, you can go and do your gaslighting. I'm not afraid of you because you are talking a bunch of nonsense. You are trying to play on my intelligence, and I'm not going to allow you to do that. My people are suffering. That is what I care about. Any nonsense you are talking about does not concern me. How to move my country, that what we have, our resources, will be used for us and no more excuses. That is what I am after. The countries we are running to, they don't have the things we have. They don't have the money that we have. But because some wicked people sit somewhere and waste our money, steal our money, give their money to see the son of that one that day that I didn't even bother to watch the video. They say he's lavishing money up and down. How do we stop that? It is not money that is our problem. It is mismanagement. So don't come and tell me future generation do this. You have said your piece. That's fine. So the host said that this space is going to go off in a while. He said he's somewhere, he's in class. So this space might go off. So what are we going to do? Is somebody ready to host? Or if I decide to host, can you guys find me? Because I know not everyone is following me. Tina, is anybody Tina, are you gonna host? I could co-host with you, or should I host? What do we do? You're mute because I just got the notification now that the space is going to end.
Yeah, just host. Then Tina will co-host you. We will join you.
Okay.
But
Guys,
don't
follow me.
listen to
You can
this.
unfollow me after that
This
so that we can continue the
I just
conversation.
followed you. Don't follow. Don't mind this Ade guy.
Don't
He's
I
just
know him
wasting our
now.
time.
That's why I don't have time for him again. He's thinking that we'll start asking him questions. We'll not be answering as if he's like one professor. We have gone past that, your distance.
Well,
Wait, go and meet
You
your
want
Tinubu.
an echo
Nigerians have
chamber.
moved on from
You want
you.
an echo
wait,
chamber. No, Allah now.
Yes.
wait.
Nigerians have moved on from you. We want a better
Abia,
life. We don't
No,
need people
no
like
echo
you.
chamber.
Let
Let me
me
just
start the
debunk
space.
one of the
Abia,
lies now about
Abia,
FC3.
wait. That way you
Like
that
one
way.
of the lie he was saying, in
Okay.
all the 8 years of Buhari, I think he borrowed 68 billion. His so-called guy that he here to confuse us about has borrowed, as of yesterday, they say 140. We can wake up tomorrow, they will tell us 200. Yet there's nothing that he has done with the
Don't
money.
mind
Even
them.
him here, he's on borrowed data. Please, let's move on something
So
important.
we will wait for
But
the
the
space
IMF
to
said he paid the
end.
loan now. The IMF said he's paying our debts down. Is he not?
When
Which
we which
which
what
debt?
did he
You
do
guys
with
are
the money
Which
that
liars.
was
debt? You think you
borrowed
Just
can
a
before?
lie?
bunch of
You think
liars.
you
Oh
think the
my
lies that you
God.
guys share to
You,
our grandparents can lie to us
I've
at
removed
this
him.
stage?
Let's
I
talk.
beg
Like
go.
I've removed him. Let him live here. He's a liar
So,
and
so I think
a fraud.
the solution to a problem has always, we can look to other countries to see the solutions to a problem. I think Nigerians need to pick better leaders. And besides better
Exactly.
leaders, pick
Don't mind
pick
them coming
more.
to tell us his region is this and that.
Nigerians need
Nobody
a
has time for
different
you, Ade.
style of
Let's keep
leader,
quiet
someone
and
that's
mind your
more
business.
business minded, you know.
Exactly. Someone that will move us away from this consumption, this pain. I
And
don't
my
know how they
second
don't
point is
even
we need to respect
Jesus.
each other in a sense that we can make the best out of each other like one big corporation. So if I was the president, I'd make the, you know, the Abba boys or whatever, the people from the East, we need to think like a team and solve our power problem. That is the first thing. As energy consumption goes up, people will be too busy to commit crime to be
But it's not
greedy and
even
steal.
fair. Rap,
So
rap,
I,
rap music. It's not even fair to be telling citizens to come together to deal with power when we have a government that they are there eating our money every day.
I'm speaking to the government. I'm speaking to the government,
Okay.
but I'm speaking to the people to pick better leaders. We need to pick different style of
Exactly.
leaders. Ibrahim Traore is setting a pathway. He's taking control over the natural resources, and you
Okay, hold on, rap. This thing might go off soon, right? I see all the requests. I see all the people up. If we start a new space, everybody up here will come back up. So look out for the space. I don't know if you guys are going to follow me, or I don't know how we're going to find each other again. But the host said the space is going to go off. So when it goes off, I guess we'll migrate to that new space. Thank you. Go ahead. Go ahead, my brother. Before the thing goes off.
Maverick, everyone that wants to join should just follow you. Once they follow you, they will see your space. It will be up. It will
Okay.
pop up on their timeline. Yeah, they
Okay.
should just follow you. That's all.
Okay. So go ahead, rap music. Please go ahead. Oh, I got a call.
Yeah.
I think rap music. Are you there?
Yes, I'm back on. So I'm saying that we don't have to reinvent the wheel. We've seen other countries go through the same thing we need to do. The madam said, it's true. I respect your anger, but really, we don't have to direct it at anybody. We as people just need to pick a different type of leader. I'm not saying we have to pick an angel, but we need to pick somebody that thinks different. Definitely not an old aristocrat or whatever these people are. We need to pick a business-minded individual. I want to harp on the power problem because that's it. As Bitcoin is coming up, smaller countries are getting into Bitcoin mining and they're creating power and freeing themselves from the international bank system. So I just think we need better leaders, but we need to respect each other as people. To me, I think that's the core of a great society, in my opinion. So that's all I have to say. I love what everybody's saying, but we need to work together and that's the way I feel.
Okay, thank you. We need to work together, but you can only work together with like minds, not people who are coming to gaslight you from the other camp.
But we
Yeah,
need to
Yeah.
yeah,
All right. Okay.
Bodo. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Can everybody hear me, please?
yeah.
I can hear you.
All right. Good. Okay. Yeah. So I'll say this up front. All right. Um, I'm not exactly in the same camp as you. All right. But I would want you guys to listen because let me say this way. If somebody can convince me, no matter the opinion I hold at a particular point, if the person is able to convince me logically, all right, I will likely change my mind. All right. Now, so I think that and like please, I want everybody to listen and to hear me very well. Nigeria is a very big country, all right? In terms of size, it's almost
So,
in.
Abri, you can open your space now because Alfonso's space is about to go down. Yeah.
Okay, all right, yeah.
I'll
So
have to leave here to open the space. Okay, let's move to the other space now. Then everybody, if you know you're in the speaker section, just come there and request.
Okay,
I guess
okay.
if you
all
follow
right.
each other, you see each other. And
Yeah,
yeah,
this
let's
space is about
Alfonso
to
end the
crash.
space.
Mm.
Alfonso end the space.
Is someone gonna end the space?
Yeah, Alfonso will end the space so you can join on the other space. He,
Okay.
he has said he doesn't have data. That's why you see that stuff keep coming up.
Oh, I
So
see.
it will go up very soon.
As registrar of JAMB, I hold myself personally responsible including for the negligence of the service provider. And I unreservedly apologize for it.
La la la.